heroes, it's Kira the King. You catch a nobody but yourself. Nothing less to do. No more heroes, no time to stand still. If you're gonna be number one, can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Hello and welcome everybody to another edition of WNF Fights Online Edition, episode 27, coming to you live as always with some good ass BB tag action for you all on a Wednesday evening. Again, looking forward to all of the action we have lined up for you tonight. 20 people, always good to see you all show up and show out for these brackets, and it's going to be exciting. But of course, before we get into all of that, there are some introductions that need to be made. First up is yours truly, CEO Bracket Runner and host for tonight's BB Tag Bracket Master Cheap. With me here on the mic is a commentary duo we've seen quite a few times in the past as of late, but still, nonetheless, always appreciated to have these two come up on the mic. Sykes02 and Lun Lily. How are you both doing tonight?
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Very excited to be able to commentate another big BB Tag bracket. Commentating with, could be quickly becoming one of my favorite partners here with Sykes02. But yeah, this is going to be a very exciting night of BB Tag. A lot of people that I've seen in the past before, but as well as some of those new players as well. Always a delight to see them. But yeah, how are you feeling, Sykes?
Hello, how's everyone doing? Well, for those who don't know me, I'm Sykes. I'm a BTA competitive player. And of course, I am honored once again to commentate tonight's WNF. As always, it's this time of the week again. Good old Wednesday, and you know what it means. Lots of BB Tag action. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very, very happy to be here in the commentary booth with my favorite commentator, Lonely. So yeah, I'm very, very, very excited.
Yes, and we will be getting to the BB Tag action very quickly here, but I would like to remind everyone in the audience that we do have a match arena here for tonight. As always, if you would like to make a direct contribution to tonight's bracket pot, that option is available. Click that yellow-orange contribute button over the top right of the link and put as much money as you care to put in. Direct contribution, as always, can be small as $1, big as 20, doesn't matter to us as long as you're here to support our players. It is very much appreciated. And of course, as a little bit of incentive, any messages you do leave will be read out by somebody in the commentary booth. So if you are so inclined, that is an option, but we should be getting on to our first match between, let me see here, Pat Nego.
It's going to be, exactly, yeah. Very excited to see these two in action.
Very much so, very much so. Pat and Echo rocking in with their kind of classic but very out of the ordinary Noel Makoto team comp. Definitely got to see this player kind of thrive despite the awkwardness of both characters and kind of the awkwardness of the team. Quite frankly, a very poor general comp, but when it comes to BB Tag, there are always going to be specialists when it comes to teams and characters that are often underused. And Pat Neko is one of those players going against some sequence of numbers who's playing maybe tiny bit more popular characters with that Blake Yang comp, not a team comp, however, that is normally seen. Both partners tend to want a different kind of, partner, I should say. But, Blake Yang, solid overall team comp, I would say, still overall.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The thing with these teams is, for example, Blake needs a specific partner to work with, for example, characters like Hyde, perhaps Yumi, perhaps Nine. So putting up with Yang, which as is Darren doesn't bring that much to the table for Blake, it's going to be a bit tricky to do with the neutral. But yeah, we shall see. And also, yeah, Pat Neko has similar issues, but the thing is that Nola and Makoto struggles alone when it comes to neutral. So let's see how both of these players can adapt to these unorthodox picks of teams.
Yeah, definitely. I think just with the advent of the Blake here, there's going to be a pretty nice matchup for Fixlicker here. But Noel will be going straight in. And the bad matchup does not matter for getting happy birthdays like that, but unfortunately dropping a combo.
It's fine. After push-up, trying to maintain as easy as possible. That's what Blake wants to do. Trying to jump a lot, trying to avoid everything. But at the end, 6p, worst, and no punish.
Yeah, just Noel try to go in, be a little bit crazy. Very much a Pat Deco centric game right here as they're getting the overhead check. Unfortunately, not baiting the DP. And yeah, officially you're going to be getting that overhead check as well. And tried to beat the burst, but unfortunately could not quite getting allowed Makoto to get back in.
Okay, trying to get some pressure on full time with Sonic. Oh wow, was able to armor all 6p, but luckily for Batneko was able to punish, and that's probably going to be a dead Yang after a super. Now it's Soul Blake with level 3 resonance and 5 bars.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate there. One thing you do have to be careful with the Yang armor is that you do take most of the damage unscaled there, so it led to a kill actually on Fishlicker here, but they're not deterred, going to be going in with the Blake. Unfortunately getting hit by the magnetic ball there, and Blake is a 60k health character, full resources on deck. This might be a kill as long as there is a good stabilization.
Yeah, 4 bars on deck. Plus Blake is a 16k character. Yeah, I think Adish is going to just call it a day, and with that, I think it's going to be the first game to Batneko.
Yes, a very good showcase of kind of a Noel-centric game style here. You definitely seeing Pat Neko wanting to abuse the drive moves that Noel has, and it can be the trickiest thing for a lot of players to have to deal with. And I would say, well, just, you know, meet with another Noel of your own, I guess. I've never actually seen a Noel mirror here, so that's it's gonna be an interesting matchup. I was gonna say, like, you know, Noel does have a lot of like weird places you need to hit her, but like if you're kind of aware of that, it can actually be quite a pain for the Noel themselves to have to deal with. But you know, Noel and the Noel, I don't know what these characters have to fight the matchup against each other. A lot of guns.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. The one who shoot first, I think. And right now it's just straight up neutral, JC5Ds, and right now we got first catch of version Batneko. No punish the burst. Isajoy is now full-fledged. And yeah, it's just right now trying to get the first hit. 5C, raw 5C, that's quite good to see. 5C, putting a lot of damage, and right now return to neutral.
Ooh, yeah, try to confirm that 2-1-4B. Unfortunately, Ezio not working out. They both try to 2v each other there, but just going to be a burst out of the situation. Returning back to the neutral, but sequence of numbers going to be getting in, and unfortunately getting hit by that Makoto JC. This is not looking great for them.
Okay, DP follow up, trying to go over up with the pushback. Oh wow, what a nice trade after 2B. Going straight up, 5P trying to follow up. Right now he's just trying to get as fast as possible 6P taken up, and the mashing of the 4A is able to place and kill Noel.
Yeah, Lexi with the solo Ezio, a very solid solo character overall, but unfortunately didn't get the bait. Their burst here. Noel will be coming in, just getting DP'd straight out though, and the safe jump will be hitting as well. This is the best that sequence of numbers has looked here so far, and they're continuing to pressure there, but it could not beat the burst and force the pop down to residence.
Nice TP, it's still very possible for Isajoy. You just need to get some chipping, and right now with level 3 reasons, able to do so, maybe. Not able to complete after that overhead, trying to get in as fast as possible. 26-6. Oh, nice projectile catching on Makoto off guard, and now it's a 1v1 within Isajoy and Noel. And that was cheeky teleport. Then it's going to be the pickup. I'm barely killing with that super. Oh, that was a nice one, recovery from Fish Flicker.
Yes, you know, definitely talking about tricky characters as well. The Ezio can be really annoying, I think, for both of Pat Neko's characters to have to deal with. She is, you know, one of those flight dash characters, so always wants to have that airspace available. Unfortunately, on both sides, and including with their assists at play, it's really hard to kind of swat them. So as a result, you're kind of at the mercy of what Ezio has to do, and a lot of the tricky teleports, as well as just mixing in the projectiles, was too much for Pat Neko to have to deal with. But let's see how they adapt here in this game 3.
Yeah, might be a different game plan. Maybe they are used to, you know, playing around the projectiles and all, trying to get in with some 6P, maybe some magnet ball. But yeah, Isajoy just take that out of the picture with some teleports. Right now, Pat Neko seems to have the slight of advantage, trying to, you know, chip some damage, not rushing in as they used to. So I think that's going to be the best strategy in this matchup.
Yes, and the 4P catch going to be smoking out that Makoto. Unfortunately, dropping a combo there and allowing Pat Neko to just fire back here. going for some standard Makoto combos. What's the Oki gonna be? Yeah, just trying to run up, maintain it. The best of the pressure, but unfortunately gets pushed, blocked out of the situation. We're gonna be returning back to neutral.
Okay, trying to get in as fast as possible. Nice, they catch up to Noel. Burst available, no punish. So Ray going to neutral. Oh, the Developer was able to catch both characters. Oh, that was very big for Morpheus Liquor, but no capitalizing on it. That's interesting.
Ooh, a nice air there, but unfortunately could not quite confirm off it. Won't be confirming off that JA from Easyoi as well. And they're just playing relatively defensively. I kind of like that. Just let the Easyoi come to them, or like find a situation like this where they get pressure. Unfortunately, gets DP'd, gets teleported right behind them, and just try to mash out with that 4B. The sequence of numbers on point with everything here. Dropping the combo here. This is a scramble.
Oh, lots of buttons being pressed at the same time. Nice super. He's not going to be able to deal with the DHC. So let's keep going. Nice JC. Nothing up at the end. Just trying to get back in track with after that chaotic neutral. So yeah, everything goes back to normal. Trying to maintain neutral. Oh, nice teleport. Nothing up at the end. And 6P was able to fork against. But and well, now Fish Liquor is solo Noel against Noel Makoto. Both of them characters are very low, so it may be a chance.
Well, maybe not quite. Pop is confirmed here. Full resources as always. Pop into CC. That should just be it as long as there's not a drop combo here. Yeah, just making sure keeping it all optimal, and that's going to be a second game here for Pat Neko.
Oh wow. I really like the adaptation of Pat Neko had this game. Instead of like going all heads in, I noticed, as you said before, they trying to play more patience. Instead of trying to force themselves in, they were trying to find like a mirror of opportunity, so they can actually like start going to the game plan. I think that's huge for Pat Neko to understand, especially since Isayoi can pretty much avoid most of the tools that Pat Neko has. So yeah, I think that's what can like bring a clutch victory overall.
Yeah, definitely. Playing a bit more defensively can help out in the Easyoi matchup, just because, like, you know, she does like that airspace a lot, but her flight dash is relatively linear, so you can catch her, like, coming back down from the air like that, so a lot more defensive play is definitely going to help out here, but we're playing it all offense, get the overhead hit, but DP straight out of the scenario, trying to get something aggressive going on here. They're just JCing all around here, not baiting the burst either, but getting hit by the JA. This is absolutely a freaking slobber knocker there. No one wants to block. I understand.
Right, going back neutral, 6-6, trying to chip something with like maybe an opening. Oh, nice 5P catching up Noel. What happened? That was so carry this mirror, nothing up at the end. 5 pick up, trying to pick up, no pick up at all. Now he's just trying to get out of the corner as fast as possible. Oh, it's so chaotic right now.
Yeah, but Chaos has been benefiting Pat Neko a lot more. Another DP coming out here, and like no resources on deck to burst out the Noel, and suddenly a great situation looks for Pat Neko. It looks a lot more doable here. The sequence of numbers, nice block on the low, and all it takes is one hit on both sides, but the drive info coming in clutch here. This is slowly dwindling Pat Neko's life.
He's not going to do that much damage, but still they're going to be on the corner. Need to be very careful. Putting up resonance, trying to get something going on right there. Nice for Pikachu. They don't have enough resources to kill, but right now they are going to waste a lot of time with resonance. Nice throw, super, and that should give game to sequence of numbers.
Yeah, that's gonna be tying up the set there, proving just how pivotal that 2v2 or 2v1 advantage is in terms of like wanting to maintain your what are your characters when they're relatively low, because it was looking super good for Pat Neko. Like they were on top of everything. Sure, it was a super spambly game, but they had the clear distinct advantage, but they just got caught out in a bad situation and lost their Noel for it. It was just really tough for the Makoto to bring back, because you know, not only can you not burst out if your character gets hit, but like you don't have access to assist, and that's so important to maintain. So hopefully they can maintain it here in this last game.
Right now, but Neko taking advantage early on. Corner, nice, punishing the burst. Now he's taking all the punishment. It's going to be a classic BMB for Noel right here. Trying to maintain all the pressure and almost 6k. Nice. That was pretty well much damage.
Good block so far on this ride move. Unfortunately, got clipped by the assist here, but immediately burst straight out of the situation. And a nice 4A check coming out from Pat Neko. Going to be extending the combo as well. Unfortunately, drops it there and blocks the low, but does not get the command grab. This is once again, this is like in Pat Neko's favor, but it could end in just a moment. But yeah, we're getting out of the corner.
Okay, really smart, trying to match some bullets of their own. Oh, nice pick of the 4P. No, but activated cross combo, so the animation cancel in the middle. Oh, that's very, very important. And without cross combo gauge, now they are not able to burst, and they're going all the way to the corner. Okay, for them, it's not going to kill, but they're in a very terrible situation. Oh.
Ooh, does not bait the burst there. Could not quite seal the deal out, and they're going to be maintaining this 2v2 game, and a nice 2b and a good burst out, going to be saving them from the situation. Slowly but surely we are reaching that rampage time point, so there's going to be a lot of meter to play with on deck, but chooses to kill off the easy off that stray hit. Are we even going to get to that point?
Oh, nice 5A, and with that, Pat Neko was able to take it. That was a very slow-paced match, considering like the characters we were seeing. That was amazing. Amazing display of how Pat Neko was really much able to adapt in this weird matchup. So yeah, I think that was amazing, and I think with that, Pat Neko takes it. That's cool.
Definitely going to be moving on to fight Sony-kun there, and like you said, definitely a very interesting match. A lot slower paced than I might have expected. A lot of neutral. I think a big aspect of that is just they were playing relatively aggressively overall. I wouldn't say like they were playing passively. It just so happened, like, I think how the resources lined up when each player got the hit, there was a lot more bursts and a lot less burst punishes when I would say compared to the average BBTAG game. So as a result, like, they were getting hits. They were getting pretty solid hits, but there was either a drop or there was a burst just in time to kind of save a character, which really kind of dictated the pace of the game. So it's interesting to see them kind of match each other's energy when it comes to that, because it's kind of hard to like line up your burst econ like that. But you know, it was that's exactly what we saw, and it really extended the life of that game. But regardless, we will be having Church versus Bobachanga up next.
Oh, this is going to be very, very interesting. As always, Church B, our favorite content creator, VTuber, is going to be showing up the Yumi Ragna. That's nice. As always, they're always like practicing and making like lots of process, and I see it's already paying off. They have improved a lot over the past months, and I'm really looking forward to see them play once again. Of course, we have Bomba Chonga. Bomba Chonga is pretty much at this point a veteran here in WNF. They know exactly what they do, considering the unorthodox team that they have. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see these two clash.
Definitely. In Church locking in with the Ragnar Yumi team comp. A good team comp for sure, but a surprisingly rare run to see nowadays. Most Ragnar players tend to gravitate towards, I don't want to say like weirder characters, like the ones that come up to my head, like Ragnar Jin, Ragnar Ruby, even Ragnar Batista, like all very good comps. But not a lot of them like really want to play Ragnar Yumi, except for Church, of course. Like I said, a very strong overall team comp, lot of damage potential, good stuff on Ragnar's side as well. And Yumi, never a bad partner for most characters, so it's going to be interesting how they pull this out between the character specialists such as Rowan. You know, starting off with violence.
Pushing the force with the 2B, nice pickup. Now we're all straight to the corner. Right now, Red Axe is now on display, need to be very careful. Oh, nice GB, catching up off guard. That's going to be a huge chunk of damage. Not killing yet though. Oh, that's huge for Bobachanga.
Right, yeah, Yumi looking quite low here. Try to zone out the Labrys here, but not quite getting a safe situation to swap into that Ragnar and not able to bait the throw. Unfortunately, going to be getting their burst punished there by the Labrys 2B, and that Yumi's going to be going down relatively fast.
Wow, X-Knuckle. And with that, that's game. First game goes for Bombachonga. Wow. That really shows that even though Labrys struggles in a lot of departments, when she is in and you sadly like let her like build up the red axe gauge, also you have all the resources of the world, and then the counter hit, she can really like destroy like one of your character or even your whole team in one strong interaction. That really shows that you need to be careful with Labrys and play it slow against her. Keep it as far away as possible.
Yeah, like, the one main benefit that Labrys has for all of her flaws is her damage potential is really high, and we have seen Bombachunga just, like, straight up blow people up before letting them go in the office. So, you know, when you are in the back foot here and you are forced to have all that axe meter go down, it looks really rough, and she might just die.
Oh, nice DP punish. Right now it's like a reverse of the last game we saw. Now it's Solo Jin, level 1 Resonance, not able to build up that much power during the game. Now it's just Charge Reigning Supreme. Okay, nice hit from Bomba, giving some signs of being alive, and I think Jin can do it solo if he has enough resources.
Yeah, but a lot of those resources are going to not be in play here. The residents will be running out. Does pull out with the Cougar. That's gonna be like kind of vital. Like that is a pretty scarce resource, I think, for Bombachunga, given his situation right now, and it's a one-touch scenario too. Church keeping it all aggressive here, but a DP out of the situation, going to be giving him another chance at life. Pulls up with another Kuga, another resources spent, and a good resource spent too, as they will be putting both characters into a one-touch scenario, and the confirm will be able to kill the Ragnar.
Level 4 Resonance right now looking pretty dangerous for for Church, but with that confirm after a throw, super cancel, that's going to seal it. Wow. The fact that Bombachunga was almost able to bring it back after just one level 1 resonance and just 5 bars, that speaks volumes of the potential that Bombachunga has, especially in 2v1 scenarios. Like, that almost shouldn't happen, but that shows the resilience of Bombachunga. He just needs like great hits and great situations, and then he's golden.
Get ready.
For sure, those Kugas being a vital part of Jin's kit, and each one of them was well spent. So can't count him out in that 2v1 situation, and we'll see how both of them kind of adapt here in this game 3.
Okay, Jin getting hit by the 5A. Oh, JB was able to catch Yumi's assist. Right now, keeping George in the corner. And again, no punish the wars. Oh, that was very, very smart. What a 5C whip! But at the end, they were able to punish Air Brave when they was whipping. Oh, that was huge for Bomba.
Yeah, and will be put into the red ag zone, but a good DP out of the situation. A nice Kuga to kind of quell what could have been a bad happy birthday here. I think I wanted a card in scissors. You gotta save Yumi's life here, and yeah, just barely, and gotta be very careful about what sides do with the assist, and that is a gone Yumi, and could have been a gone Jin, but, you know, gonna be escaping alive. Now he's dead.
Okay, 1v1, put them in level 3 resonance. Nice 5A, you know. Spending some mirror. No, to drop it. Oh, that is a Garik. Nice overhead from it up. Trying to build as much damage as possible. Right now, resonance is almost over. Oh, but they have no resources to confirm it, right? Yeah, now it's looking really rough for both of them.
Yeah, in that red axe zone, so these hits are going to do a lot of damage here. We're unfortunately not going to be able to bait that DP, and Labrys will be taking victory here, allowing Bombachunga to go 2-1.
Oh, that was almost a great come from Church. Yeah, it's very weird to see Labrys DP actually doing the unblockable meter. So yeah, that was actually very funny. Oh, but yeah, that was very tough for Church. But I think she understands the way Bombachunga plays, and I think she can really adapt if they just play a bit more patiently, more passive rather than going straight in. So let's see what happens.
Get ready. Get ready.
Church doing, I think, relatively well when it comes to the scramble game and the neutral game as well. It's just like some of those key confirms have not been on the table, which I think could give them a leg up here in this matchup.
Oh,
Really?
the B round start with Lavis of all characters? You're insane! That move freaking sucks when they block it. That went nowhere.
Yeah, but they're gonna get a DP punish right back here. Gonna be building up a nice amount of axe meter as well. Put into that red axe area and tried to mash out of the scenario, but does not burst out in time in order to save this Yumi.
Okay, super catching both the characters. Well, sadly, Jin was a drop up. Okay, cross combo trying to maintain pressure. No punish enough to kill both characters. Interesting TP, I think that was a misinput. With that, nice 5B pickup, going straight to the corner. So right now it becomes, once again, the neutral is able to charge.
Yeah, another DP out of the scenario. You know, considering the characters that Church has, this is probably a 2 or maybe even a 1-touch situation here for Jin, but their characters are also looking relatively low. Good pumping the brakes on the assist calls, just make sure they don't get Kugud, and a nice DP as well.
Nice burst punish. Oh, I think that was too high for them to pick up. But for them, they were there wasn't like big of a punish. So right now, all goes back to neutral. Oh, now George getting hit by the 6B. Oh, nice throw. That's going to be... No! They dropped the combo! And now that's a better run instead of a dead Labris. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but solo Yumi can definitely do it from this situation. Momochunga trying to bait out something, gets the throw bait as well, but spends the bar. I don't think this will be a kill. Yeah, I can't go for it. Gets another throw bait and hits the frame trap there with the Ice Car. And Momochunga will be taking the set 3-1, but a very hard fought from Church.
Oh, that was really unfortunate. That Ragnar combo that was like millimeters away of killing Labris could have changed everything on this game. But sadly, that's something that happens in fighting games a lot. Like, that's a situation that happens. It's like one in a lifetime opportunity, millions to one, and it happens at the end. And you end up losing. Oh, that's such a shame. But it was a nice fight from both players here.
Yeah, very, very close. Church showing a pretty big improvement there, being able to make the, like, kind of pretty much every game, like, almost like 1-2 touch scenarios on, like, kind of on both sides for sure. But nonetheless, that was very impressive work from both players, and very excited to see how Church ends up doing in the set of bracket, because I was very impressed with a lot of what I was seeing.
Moving up next, we have Itudeku and Team Acreon. I think that's how you pronounce their name. But yeah, it's going to be, of course, a classic young Ruby, and now we're going to see a very unorthodox team. It's a great team overall. It's Celica, Elizabeth.
Yeah, this is who's his name? Realis's team? E30 can correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody who, yeah, Realis. Okay. Somebody who back in the day rolled up to a lot of the big eights and kind of just dominated with this team, and like, of course, like Celica and Elizabeth, not necessarily like the strongest characters in the game overall, but this team really accentuates a lot of Celica's strengths. And if you're not ready for what Celica has to offer, and even if you are, this team can be really threatening on the offensive potential. Kind of struggles a bit, I think, when the team can't get going, for sure. Very momentum heavy. But it has a strong offensive game plan and surprisingly good neutral on Celica's side, just with the advent of Celica JC being a really stupid button, and having that 6P in the back or the 5P from Elizabeth in the back, it's a sight to behold. But I'm excited to see what Mr. Macaroni here has.
Okay, nice throw as always. Beginning up strong right here with the blue. Oh, that was a nice and very nasty sandwich setup after that gun blast. trying to go again with that. They were ready for it to take, but oh, nice DP punish. And with that, Celica is out of the picture this early, and it's so Elizabeth to deal with both characters that are fully healed. Yeah, this doesn't look that great for Macaroni.
Yeah. Oh, that clash! That's insane.
That's so stupid that he was able to clash. That happened at the end though, but that was so so funny to see.
Solo Elizabeth is one of the biggest, if not biggest, struggles in the game here, but looking quite good here for Macaroni as they will be getting some damage on this gang. Unfortunately, like, Elizabeth is not in Awakening, so a lot of her damage potential, a lot of her neutral potential will be quelled here, and it might not be able to pop it as that is a full meter grab here. 5 bars on deck. Doesn't even need the CC, but just in case they do, this will 100% kill.
Spending all resources, no DHC needed. Yeah, that's the character. Oh, that was frame perfect. Well, that was unnecessary, but I respect it. And with that, Itudeku takes the first game.
Gotta show off the full resources damage. You know, they just gotta make sure that they know.
Yeah, I would have done the same. Well, yeah, that was amazing. Oh, it's a shame because yeah, I know this team, Celica Elizabeth, can cook. I have seen some LB before. But as you said, it's like momentum based, right? This team. So you need to get like that hit, that advantage, so you can get your game going. But facing against Itudeku, that Rookies game plan is pretty much get in and never let your side. It's so much hard for teams like Celica Elizabeth to get the momentum going.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want to get the space in order to get the game plan. But, you know, even if you do, sometimes you're just going to get your Persona hit here and TRN for your troubles. Itudeku just trying to keep that offensive train going.
Okay, let's see. Oh, they were able to block the double overhead. To do 1-4B to maintain more pressure. Classic command grab. Might need save burst with a super, and now you have a safe jump setup.
Burst out on the active swamp. Oh, you know, that is a very dangerous place for Yang to start mashing buttons there. As we discussed earlier, it takes all that damage unscaled, so that could have maybe like unironically killed her, but thankfully the Persona break came out and Macaroni is dealing with all this offensive corner game once more. It's not looking great.
By beam, they were able to bait it. And now it's a super of their own. Not putting them on Semblance yet. Nice switch after the 2-1-4 beam. Now they're on Semblance, need to be quite careful neutral. Nice 5B, trying to get in. Throw. Burst. Oh, nice punish with that.
Yeah, kind of a cheeky heal setup. Going to be getting in the Elizabeth and setting up the Hama. Nice block with the overhead, but really believed in that hit, and it is not paying off here. Going to be getting back into the corner. Double supers here. Itudeku normally likes to go for a reset here in this situation. That is not where you want to burst. Oh, that's the one where you want to DP.
Nice pick up. No! That was too much super! That's going to be a punish. Oh, that was a dead junk if they didn't do the other that same move twice. Now it's not looking nice. Command grab. They tried to take it even though it was a command grab. Super! Assist make it safe. And it's a sandwich situation.
I have no idea. I genuinely didn't know where to block. I don't blame him for a second.
And they were able to take it, and they were able to get out of the situation alive. Oh, but it's looking so bad. Nice take, nice bait on the throw, and with that, Itudeku takes the game. Wow. Lots of things going on in that last interaction.
Yeah, and definitely a lot better, like, fought there from Macaroni's side. Like, just looking at the health totals compared to the first game, like, yeah, they got a lot more of their offensive game plan available. But kind of interesting enough, a lot of it was kind of just funneled into the corner, and it wasn't even necessarily Macaroni that was, like, utilizing that corner game. It was just a lot of stray hits here or there while Itudeku was trying to get his offensive game plan going, and it was, like, leaving a lot of... or it wasn't leaving a lot of room for Macaroni to kind of breathe around in, and yeah, we're seeing it once again, but just like the scramble situations have been relatively even, surprisingly, and to match Itudeku, that's impressive. And a good spacing there with the push block is going to be allowing them to finally get something going here.
Okay, let's see what they're going to do. Trying to JC. Nice overhead, no pickup though. Was really, really hard. Okay. Oh, nice one for him, but sadly they were able to get all the hits in there. Switch back to Celica, trying to get in. Jack looking so close for Semblance, they need to be very, very careful. Nice at the situation, they are able to block the overhead this time. And right now, we...
Ooh, and that was a really good call out there for Macaroni. Going to be paying off. Doesn't even need to spend any more, just a partner meter in order to get that cross trade out of the situation. But the Ruby button is going to be as stupid as ever, catching the Celica.
Wow, nice. Taking the throw. Once again, the tech and the 6-8 was able to catch Ruby doing jumping. That was looking really, really great for Macaroni. A cheeky little heal there. Oh, nice DP. I think neutral once again.
Yeah, nice coverage there with the 4P as well. Going to be running out a good amount of this resonance time. Yeah, gets the heal and going to be getting the hit. Unfortunately, no full confirm, but this is looking great here for Macaroni. Almost got the hit and the kill on the Ruby. Will get hitting that 5B as well. And that was a relatively dominant game for Macaroni despite everything going on in this set.
That was an amazing display. Yeah, taking Jank out of the question really helped out a lot of Macaroni's team. Yeah, even though Ruby is like a strong character and very stupid in certain times, we already saw that JB hitbox. It really shown that Itodeku is strong, like really, really strong, but with both characters, it's almost unstoppable. So that was a good call from Macaroni.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Itodeku has been whipping out a lot of wake up supers that have not quite worked out for one reason or another. That Liz persona has actually been quite the nice body block. So Itodeku, I think, got to be really careful here. But you know what? Caution is for the weak, he says.
No, the burst punish. Oh, well done with the Gun Blast, able to punish Elizabeth burst. Now we'll go straight to the corner. Now able to burst. Safe jump, overhead, yeah, this is not looking that great. That was a bit of trouble, maybe that was a misinput, but giving the opportunity to do Macaroni to switch. Sadly for them, Super was able to connect, and now they're all the way to the other corner.
Was up with another super, but actually active swapped over into the Elizabeth and getting their DP baited. And this is looking like the same situation they were in the first game here. Incredibly dominant here for Itodeku, but this is for your tournament life, and it is gone here as Itodeku going to be taking that last game in an incredibly dominant fashion.
Oh man, yeah. As you can see, Itodeku, like, there's no breaks the moment they get in. 1-5 at the beginning of the match can really like determine if you lost or you win. This team that Deku runs, Young Ruby, is so strong. He dominated neutral. And overall, when it comes to Oki, it's so hard to get out there. In the corner, there's a lot of stations you need to go. It's always 50-50s. So yeah, it's quite situational. And with teams that doesn't have like that much of the defensive options, like Celica and Elizabeth respectively, it's quite hard to, you know, get out of that situation.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's a huge struggle, I think, for anyone to deal with Itudeku's offensive corner game. That's kind of his element, and we've always seen in the past just how oppressive it can be, and we kind of only really got a taste of what it could do. But good stuff to Macaroni being able to kind of quell some of the aggression and get out of certain scenarios to make it really interesting in a lot of those mid-set games. But we will be moving on to the next fight here. It looks like Yosuro versus Amethyst Gray.
Oh wow, my freaking strategy page just freaking closed, so I cannot see the bracket. Give me a second.
Oh no. But yeah, Yosuro, one of the consistent performers at a lot of online brackets, one of the people that you very much have to look out for. The Narukami Adachi team comp, one of the most consistently good comps in the game. Can never go wrong with it into like pretty much every matchup imaginable. Maybe a select few. Going up against Amethyst Gray, a Hilda Yukiko main, somebody that swaps between a lot of characters. However, looking like they're on the Hilda Yang right now. Hilda is definitely kind of the start of their show now. They like to mess around with a lot of Hilda team comps, and one of the best characters in the game for sure. And as a result of her really strong support value, she can slot into a lot of characters. Maybe not necessarily the best, but definitely up there when it comes to team composition options. And I'm sure this Hilda Yang team comp is one of Yang's more threatening ones for sure. But we'll see what they ultimately decide on here.
Yeah, that's a really interesting pick. Usually I don't see like much of Yang and Hilda together, so it's going to be quite interesting. I was expecting something more, occasional when it comes to Amethyst Grave. Sometimes just the Yukiko, sometimes the Batista. I have seen sometimes the Rachel Batista coming out, but yeah, Yang is like an orthodox pick, and maybe that's going to be the reason why they can win this one. But of course, you have Yuzuru with the Adachi and Narukami, the most consistent team of the game, pretty much flawless neutral if they are able to get one hit. So yeah, it's going to be quite tough. But yeah, between Hilda and Adachi, they have like a strange matchup. If Adachi gets like the first hit interaction, Hilda is going to struggle, and it's going to be vice versa. Hilda gets the first hit, and then Adachi, since he doesn't have like enough resources to get out, it's going to be tough for Adachi. So it really depends.
Definitely a very swingy matchup for sure. Hilda, I think, is one of the better if not like currently like. Oh, I can't say the best character. No. There's definitely better characters to deal with Adachi, but the really strong character into Adachi overall, just because she's one of the only characters that can full screen contest them here. But we'll see how the matchup plays out here. Yeah, we're already seeing kind of like adaptations that Yosuro has, playing relatively more aggressive here, maybe with a lag spike.
That was lots of blocks. Oh no. Okay, yeah.
Are they playing?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was just like a bit of a hiccup. They took a time to adjust after that lag spike, and now everything goes back to normal. Okay, now Narukami is able to put them all the way to the door screen. Nice sandwich, not able to block. Yeah, that was a really tough situation.
Bringing in the Yang here. Nice block on that cross-up question mark. Going to be bringing on the Narukami just to maintain this corner positioning here. Nice coverage with the 4P. Going to be hitting that DP as well, but no full conversion. And yeah, Yosuro going to be firing back here into the corner, chasing down this Yang, and not able to bait out Hilda though. Unfortunate whiff on the 2B too.
Okay, nice. 5A was able to catch Hilda. Now it's solo Yang, level 3 resonance. Oh, not that great for Amethyst Grade. So that Yuzuru has like all the resources of the world, so they need to be very, very careful with obstacles.
Ooh, I think that was an Azio misinput. Unfortunate there. Yosuro is looking kind of low here on the Narukami, but tries to confirm there the JC 5 stars on deck, and that should just be a game.
Yeah, I don't know. This team pick for Amethyst, like I didn't see like enough like synergy between them. I didn't see like any like some sort of neutral play. So yeah, I think that is not going to be like the play if you're facing like a strong team like Adachi and Narukami here.
Yeah. And overall, like I was really talking about, Yang is a pretty unorthodox pick from Amethyst Gray, mostly just because like I mean they're a zoner player and Yang is maybe the complete opposite of a zoner player. So as a result, like you don't really see them pair together because they're kind of just like a complete clash of playstyles, and kind of seeing some of the Yang unfamiliarity here, but the Hilda overall looks pretty solid outside of a few drops.
Okay, try to get in as soon as possible. Nice, Higadachi, calling the assists, trying to maybe get like a burst punish right there, burst pick. Nice DP, catching Hilda guard there 5A, a nice JA pickup from Adachi, that's cool.
We're gonna see Yosuro play a lot more aggressively with the Adachi lead. Wait, Jesus Christ, these lag spikes.
Oh, it's benefiting right now, Yusuro with that happy birthday, not able to seal the deal with that though, but Yang ultimately is dead. Oh, that's unfortunate that lag spike really like caused the match.
Yeah, that was a lot of unfortunate momentum lost here. They're just playing relatively patiently. Knows they can't just whip out a B0 whenever. Forcing Amy to pop out the resonance though. Gets the cross-up hit, but no full confirm.
Or they tend to wait to throw, they roll to take at the end. Holding super, trying to get some chip damage in. Nice, no conversion to super though. Interesting. Oh wow, that was a bit too greedy, 5A punish. And I think with that it's going to be a dead character with 4 bars, DHC, and that's going to be game.
TO situation. An unfortunate lag spikes here or there can't be helped, unfortunately. Yeah, like I want to say the fear has been placed into Yosuro overall when the Adachi is on point, when it's the Adachi Hilda matchup for sure. A lot of respect going around from Yosuro. It's just like Ami can't seem to get an offensive foothold in order to really make that fear shine. And hopefully here with this swap over to the Hilda Yukino, the full screen game is going to be a lot more oppressive and probably going to be allowing them to get a lot better offense when it comes to getting stray hits or even like stray block strings. And of course, this is the team they're a lot more comfortable with, so we're naturally going to see an improvement in performance in that manner. So, going to be fighting for the life here in this game 3.
Okay, 5A, they want to jump straight a bit. Oh wow, interesting. Happy birthday, a bit clunky, but at the end they were able to get that throw, get Hilda all over to the corner, and try to get in a nice JC, trying to bait the burst. But nice pick up with the J, and now they burst back safely to keep Hilda safe.
Oh god, that's some lag. Somebody get off the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh, nice empty dome. Now there's Punish on the board. You go back to Dachi ACO loops, and that should be a dead character. 2 bars just required, and now it's solo Chukiko.
Just gonna be getting hurt in only level 1 resonance and level 1 fire. So that's might be dead, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate. 2-3-6C plus to 1-4A, and then the 6A pickup with the ACO plus the hit riser buff. Yeah, that was a very decisive last situation. And yeah, and also a decisive set, trio.
Yeah, that was yeah, just I think what you talked about in the first part of the set is just like it's kind of a matter of who gets the first hit in, and just quite frankly, the fact of the matter is Yosuro was playing relatively well in terms of getting those hits, playing really aggressively with Adachi on point, not relying on kind of AZU shenanigans and relying on his relatively good like close range game in order to put pressure on Ami wherever they were on screen, and the damage differential definitely came into play, and Hilda trying to get somebody off them can be quite the pain for them to have to deal with. So very, very solid showcasing from Yosura there. Going to be moving on to the next side of the bracket to fight the winner between Ryazo and Bumachunga.
Oh, that's great. Oh, it's such a shame. That set, even though it was like a good show, it's a shame that there was like lots of lag spikes. I think plenty of situations, especially for Amadis Grave, like it robbed the momentum per se. So when they was like neutral, maybe they were trying to get some pressure, like it was a lag spike and it ended up the momentum. So yeah, that's such a shame. Let's hope they can fix that soon.
Yeah. Just kind of the nature of the online bracket space, can't control the can't control when the internet decides to crap itself, but what we can control here is our next match, which is between Sobi-kun and Midori.
Oh wow, this is going to be a quite interesting one. Midori is a player that it's almost like impossible to get through her defense. And now we have like the other side of the coin, like Sonikun that is known for like non-stop offense. So it's like, you know, a freaking truck driving straight to someone, like a brick of walls. So let's see what's going to happen. This is going to be quite interesting to see.
Yeah. Mito has been loving that Blake high team composition. Has been basically what they've been practicing with for like it feels like 2 months at this point. I don't know exactly the time frame, but we'll be sticking with the team. A strong overall team comp, and they have been putting in the work to make it work. Yeah. Last time I got to see these players play against each other, it was in Sonic-kun's favor, but that was a while ago, and Mito has improved quite significantly with this team. So this is going to be an exciting match.
Absolutely. Let's see if Hart is able to, you know, able to just avoid completely Blake's neutral. Since, you know, Blake usually likes to cover all the aerial space, while Hart usually tries to avoid it, just avoid everything until he gets in. So it's going to be quite interesting. I'm really excited to see Blake Hyde. It's a team I face a lot, and so it's going to be quite interesting.
For sure. So Mito versus Sonic-kun here. Going to be started off with trying to get an air catch there, but not quite going to be hitting Sonic-kun. Gets hit by the love balls and actually getting a confirm as well here. So the pressure, a nice tick throw.
Wow, right now, nice Soki in the corner. Wow, nice 50-50 in the low. No burst, they try to punish it. And they were able to switch to Hyde, switching to Blake like safely. Oh, amazing. That's going to be a pickup after the TP. Nice! It's not going to be that much damage though, but it's going to be able to slightly put it on in the corner. So now it's all again Sonic-kun advantage there. It's going to be so hard to get out.
Good forward check in the beginning of the situation, getting a little bit of chip, but the defense on Sonic-kun's part has been quite good. Mito on the back foot currently, really needs to make something happen, and just gets constantly pushed left out. There has been no offense for Mito available here, but this might end right now with this hit.
Okay, nice. A 6P pickup, now all the way to the corner. Oh, that's going to be huge punish for Sonic-kun. That's going to be at the side. Blake, it's a character that can make comebacks happen, but she needs to work a lot for those. He's dead by 1,000 paper cuts, so it's going to be hard. And right now, not looking that great, since Sonic-kun is able to put her all the way to the corner, so they need to work.
Yeah, level 4 Residence is in play. Thankfully, was able to build that up, but it's getting hit right there. Built the third bar just in case. Did not even really need it there, as Sonic-kun going to be taking a very dominant game 1.
Oh wow, yeah. The thing with Sonic-kun, he's very good at getting in, and it's so hard to keep him out. So for characters like Blake, that usually like have the advantage when they are like, you know, their opponent like all the other way in stage, trying to maintain like pressure with her additions with 5B, maybe JB, 2B in certain scenarios. So yeah, it's so hard, you know, to keep that gameplay going if you have a character that just flies straight to your face. So yeah, that's something you need to take care of.
Yeah, we're already starting off here with the Heart Punch. Gonna be putting a Hurden here on this Blake. Hits the low as well. Already putting Blake into that red health zone, but just DP straight into the scenario. Keeping her in is a little risky, but it pays off here as Mito getting a hit of their own.
Okay, trying to... Oh, nice to be catching up. No pickup though, so that's going to be... I want to use Sonic enough time to switch. Now it's at some point, trying to get some hits on Hyde, and now they're all the way going to the other corner. So going back to Sonic, and now they're in the corner, 50-50. Oh wow! They're all to, you know, avoid the command grabs since they were crouching, and now it's all advantage once again to Mito.
Yeah. Oh no, I think they wanted it to be there, and they think they might be paying with at very least Hyde's life, as that is a pretty nasty happy birthday. Thankfully, Blake will be living through that confirm, but this is once again a really tough situation to have to be in.
Level 2 resonance, dodge, resources to work with. very low health, 16k character. Not looking that great right now for Mido, but nice! Nice kill with the 5B. It's going to be like 7k, yeah, just like barely 7.3. Yeah, right now they work miracles. Nice bait and throw. Maybe killing it after this interaction. It's going to be so hard to though since like that much.
Dash doesn't kill. Yeah, Blake has a pretty low damage output, but does hit the TRM. The solo Blake comeback is looking more and more possible, but they got to deal with an amped up heart. One touch situation too. Trying to get that nice air-to-air here. The Stone Clone not going to be helping out. The chip building up here. Literally, actually, a one-touch situation. And the Heart Laser will be taking him out. 2-0 for Sony here.
Oh wow. Well, that was a good display that even though Blake is an amazing character when it comes to neutral, when it comes to kill confirms and damage output overall, she just like, it's very lackluster. Even with a good starter and with all the resources, she can barely make it to 6k. And you know, her routes are quite tricky to get, so it's like a lot of effort you to put in Blake, and the damage is not that great. So yeah, it's one for another. Great neutral, but damage output.
Yeah. A lot of characters that kind of suffer from that in this game, and when you gotta make those solo comebacks, it's like your neutral game can be so fine, but like it can change in an instant here. But a nice happy birthday, gonna be not cashing out on a lot of damage, just wants to maintain the corner position. Unfortunately, gets DP'd for their troubles and gets hit low too. This is looking back into Sony Kun's favor. And a nice mash out, going to be allowing Mito to finally fire back here. This is the best I think they've looked so far.
Absolutely. Oh wow, they were able to block that Sandy situation and that cross up. 5C, that's very good to see. 5C catching all the damage in the world. Nice, and now they're all the way to the other corner. Hard, not looking that great, but right now is hitting like both of them away with some projectiles. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan right now.
Run through here, gets the overhead hit, but not quite believing in it. We're playing a very patient neutral game in the back, which I think is benefiting Sodakun a lot there. Look at all that health that Heart is recovering back into that healthy zone as well, and clipping the Blake on the way down to. This is a very dangerous situation. Don't think this will kill, but it will put her in that oh so pivotal one-touch situation.
Okay, they were all the worst, keeping Blake safe. Now Hive tried to chip some damage with that 5B interaction. Oh wow, almost barely. Oh wow, nice, low. Trying to get all the corner. I think it's going to be able to kill, but it's going to put Hive in a very difficult situation. With that OP 50-50. Wow.
I don't know, was that like a stuffed unblockable attempt? Like,
Maybe a hard blockable maybe, because yeah, that setup like seems very not that true.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that setup was, but what I am sure about is that is a 3-0 victory going for Sony Kun here. Going to be moving on to fight E2 Deku on the winners semifinal side of the bracket.
Yeah, it's a shame Mita wasn't able to, you know, get the ball rolling. But yeah, as I said, Blake really struggles when they are up close and personal. And sadly for her, well, Sanikon plays one of the most chaotic characters of all time. But yeah, that was a good show for both of them.
For sure. And yeah, gonna be walking into kind of the latter half of this bracket here. Bumbachoka versus Yosuro. Sodakun versus Itudaku to see who gets that comfortable position here in winners final. Unfortunately, Ryazo did have to DQ down to loser, so Bumbachoka will be fighting Yosuro here. Yeah, this is normally I think a matchup that Yosuro is favored in. However, there have been a lot of upsets in the past year where Bumbachoka has been able to take in it, kind of proving that they are able to do well in a bad situation against the Adachi Narukami team comp. And both of these players are kind of well known for their very aggressive play style. So it's always gonna be an interesting clash.
Yeah, Bomba Chunga needs to, they oversell a lot in taking that interaction, when it comes maybe like an opening, maybe a reset. From there, it's all golden thanks to Labris and the output that she can do. There is everything goes up from there, but it's going to be very, very hard to get that kind of interaction considering you're playing against a great player with an amazing team. Overall, amazing neutral. So it's going to be tough for Bomba. But as you said, it's not impossible. Bomba has achieved the impossible before. So yeah, we shall see.
Their main teams locked in here. Bomachunka versus Yosuro. Which the rounds are going to be like. This can very much dictate the pace of the match. And getting hit by the JB, allowing Yosuro to get some pressure going, but the Labras DP actually working out here, allowing Bomachunga to get that hit in Adachi. Ori looking a little low, and another DP going in, but allowing Bomachunga to get more offense going.
Oh wow, nice pick up from 2B. The burst not able to land correctly because of the freaking 5 BB. And now it's all the way to the corner. That's a shame. Now they're in a 50-50 position. They are not able to block all of Siokar. And it's not going to kill, but it's going to be a very rough situation of OP after these two 140.
And that's a DP that Bomachunga has been relying so heavily on in this game already, and a good 2B coming out from Yosuro in order to keep the pressure going here. The game could just like end right here. A very weird BZO setup there, I think, from Yosuro. I don't know what they were baiting out with the like plus $1 billion move, but regardless, going to be allowing Bomachunga to fire back here with his resonance. What an air trade.
Look at that red hell. Lots of DPs in this match. It doesn't matter, they are nice 5A. They have all the resources. They took once again just a single super, and with that, Yosuro takes the first game. Oh man, yeah. As I said, Labris struggles a lot in that. I'm surprised that Bombachunga was able to land that much DPS, considering like Labris has one of the worst reverse selections of the game. But yeah, still, it's going to be so hard to do with Yosuru's as perfect neutral.
Yeah, thankfully Labras DP isn't so bad to the point where you could whiff a grab in front of her and the DP still won't hit. Sometimes. Like if you hit the grab animation and at least it'll still hit. Oh, that's a pretty bad happy birthday with the
Oh, look at that great. Not spending all the resources, it wasn't that much damage. 6k is a lot though. Oh, they were able to punish the burst. So they were able to get the H2 DP trying to get out, but they're still in the corner. Oh, nice, they punished them with 5A, but they were able to burst. They have no resources, no burst punish, and with that, we will go back to neutral.
Yeah, ooh, unfortunately not close enough to get that hit, but a good anti-air and a grab bait going to be allowing some stuff to get going, but both of them kind of dropping some pivotal confirms here, but looking really good here for Bomachunga as they are putting that Adachi in that red hell zone. A nice one up too, and a happy birthday could have ended the game just like that, but it's going to be ending Labras' life.
Oh, that's unfortunate. They really run up to that sandwich situation. That's something you take care in mind when you're facing like Adachi in general. So right now, it's Solo Jin, 4 bars, and level 3 resonance against Narukami Adachi. It's going to be quite tough to face.
I think they wanted Kuga there.
Oh, and that's going to cost the match. 5DC, cross raid, and that's going to be enough to finish off Jin's life. Oh, that's a shame that they got throw instead of a super.
Yeah, pivotal drop here. Speaking of drops, I almost dropped my controller.
You felt inside the game.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I'm gonna drop my inputs like how I drop my controller. Watch this.
That do be me though.
Regardless of what the commentators are fumbling here, hopefully there aren't any more fumbles in this next matchup. Like overall, like the 2v2 game is playing relatively well for Bubba Chunga. It's just like they're always the first person to lose the character, and that is and they haven't necessarily been able to make something happen in the 2v1 game. But hopefully this changes here. But Yoshiro just firing back with the Narukami. Dashi pressure gets the double low hit. Those burst punishes have been on point here, and this is all Yoshiro right now.
7k, 50-50, they will look at the JC no pickup though. Oh, nice ice car going all the way to the other side, but they're still in this stuck in that corner. And it's very, very hard for them to get out considering they don't have that much resources. That DP hit, even though it was from the other side, and that's going to be a Jin.
This is the exact situation that Bubba Chunga does not want to be in. Low health Ladris. Yoshiro has the full resources on deck, has to block the mix, and actually successful. It forces out 2 push blocks, so their offense potential will be mostly mitigated, and unfortunately, doesn't look like Bubba Chunga is going to be making any strides here in this set, as they will be taking it 0-3. Yoshiro taking the set.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, the thing with Narukami and Adachi, it's that when they're in the corner and you're pressuring them, you know, it's so hard to get out of their pressure. Like Persona characters, they can just put all the buttons all together, and it's just going to be like push block safe. So even though you're like trying to get them away, it's always going to go back to you. So yeah, maybe that's going to like. It affected Bomba quite a bit because they were stuck in the left corner for pretty much all the match in this last one. So yeah, that's a shame. That's the thing you need to take into consideration when facing Adachi and Narukami. Such an awful team to face against.
Yeah. What did you know something about putting people through Adachi?
Well, I will do it. I love Adachi.
Well, there's at least an acknowledgement that Dachi is miserable.
I'm just lucky that I am here in the commentary booth and not there. But well, let's stop talking about those commentators and let's focus. Now it's going to be Itudeku against Satikun. This is like one of the classics matchups here at WNF. So yeah, I don't think there's like room for introduction. You already know this, and it's going to be quite hype as always.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you were to look at a WNF bracket with these 2 people in it, and you're not seeing them fighting in like top 5, like even top 3 positioning, that's definitely an interesting night. Not going to be having necessarily the most unique of matchups going on here, but nonetheless a very fun one to watch. Itudeku versus Sony Kun, something that I think is usually Sony Kun favor, but Itudeku has shown that they can put up quite the fight. So kind of a 2 players of as we talked about in the past. They're both trains, and it's a matter to see who survives the train crash. Really, that's kind of how I feel like the matchup plays.
Yeah, 2 trains, no brakes. Who survives? Well, but yeah, I'm always like looking forward to this matchup specifically because I just had a lot of fun. It's a great executed gameplay, but also lots of funny stuff happening at the same time. So right now, beginning strong for Peter, reaching Ruby, and right now looks like Silicon favored. Wow, 5A was able to reach, and they're all the way moving forward to the left corner.
Ooh, I thought there was going to be a charge by the punish there, but instead it's just going to be Ruby able to hit the heart here. Unfortunately, could not quite make out the burst. Yeah, we're seeing Itudeku playing a bit uncharacteristically patiently here. Ooh, yeah, that was a... I think they probably were expecting to get the ground version of that in order to snipe out the active swap there, but not quite hitting it here. Itudeku going back to the corner and baiting the DP, and this might actually be a dead S here. Yeah, Ruby has a surprising amount of damage she can pull out here, and her sister going to be able to back her up as well. cashing out with the super. E2 Deku gonna be killing off the S probably. Yeah.
Now we have solo card. That was reasons. Oh, not able to do that. Was a nice bosso going out, hitting from the other side. And it's going to be really tough for Sonic to get out there. I think that wasn't blockable. I think they jumped. I'm not sure. Maybe they weren't like touching any buttons. But right now, not looking that great for Sonic. Oh, but they overextend the combo, and it's all the way too hard. And they're going to put all the resources, all the damage they can do. And just in the pick of time, they were able to make 8k. Resonance is now over though.
Yeah, Ruby is not looking so hard. Will be swapping her out in a nice empty homing grab, going to be hitting the Yang, unfortunately dropping that combo, allowing for a safe pop out of the combo into the semblance. Wakes up with the super, that's gonna kill off the Yang!
Oh, nice pickup. It's not going to kill though, not enough resources. Oh, that was huge right now for Deku. I mean for Sonic-kun. Oh, it's going to be so hard right now. A lot of those characters are like one situation away of dying. They need to play quite patiently right now. Or not.
Oh. Throws out the good old Beezy Buzzsaw and not quite getting anything here. E2 Deku just throwing out the Gun Blast. Knows that even though that move does not do a lot of damage, it is just a big wall for Heart to have to deal with. Trying to get some air for the raw air TP going to be hitting too. This is so close. And there it is.
Oh, the thing with Gun Blast A is an amazing way to do with her. Not only you're like drifting away, but it's, as you said, it's a massive wall, and you can make it like 3 times in a row. So it's just about like trying to get in as card. It's going to be pretty much not impossible per se, but it's going to be not that simple. And that was a trade, by the way. So yeah, with that, the first game goes to Itoku.
Yeah, definitely kind of a smart thing to do. Like, Ruby has good buttons in general, but like utilizing those gun blasts is really nice when your opponent's characters are that low, because like you said, it was like just a one-tap situation, so just wanted to play it safe, and it's just kind of proving E2 Deku's familiarity here with the Heart matchup, and just going to be running it straight down, gets the cross up as well on the Yang, but not quite able to beat the burst.
Okay, Super trying to get something going on. Oh, wow, nice reaction, avoiding the situation. Nice defeat. That was a bit risky, but at the end they were able to hit both characters, and then they got the burst punish. It's looking quite nice for Sonic right here.
Just like Yang in the corner, but actually dropped the combo at a pivotal time. Not going to be popping the semblance, and that was actually ended up being a good call considering what happened right here, because this could have maybe ended Heart's life, but she's going to be getting out relatively scot-free, and yeah, going to be returning back to the neutral game. And a nice Yang Arbor actually popped the semblance too. That was ridiculous here, and does not actually pop the super to kill off the Heart. But that will.
Oh, that's such a shame. Oh, nice. Oh, that was amazing. Good conversion out of the character, and then from the 6P. And with that, Itoku takes it. Oh, that was such a nice interaction. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Everything is happening so fast. I don't know how they can keep up.
Yeah, like, this is probably the most comfortable I've seen E2 Deku against Sonic-kun ever. Already locking in 2 wins and 1 more game in order to move on to the next round of the bracket. Yeah, Sonic-kun's gonna need to make some adaptations.
Sonic-kun is well known of doing like these reverse reverse practice, so it can still happen. They can win 3 games in a row, but they need to actually like play more carefully. With that, Deku, you miss once, and pretty much all the neutral is over for you, since you're going to be sent all the way to the corner, and then you're still all 50-50 CD. So let's see if Sonic is able to adapt.
Already adapting pretty well here with that burst punish, and that is going to be quite the hurting.
That kind of situation. Oh, that's going to be a DP point. That's huge for Sonic-kun, and that's going to be early Ruby there. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, against the slippy slide mix. on the incoming as well. This is quite the turnaround from the last couple matches we got to see. This is heavily dominated for Sony Kun.
Okay, interesting TP. I don't know what was the plan up there. Maybe they were expecting them to home dash over there. And now it's not looking that great for Yang. They don't have enough resource to kill. They're in a bad situation, but Semblance speed to activate. So they have like another chance to live.
Very much a one-shot situation and a DP out, and Sony Kun already firing back with the game of their own, preventing the 3-0 from happening.
Oh wow, I'm pretty surprised. I noticed that Itudeku, although they had like the whole advantage all the set, once Sonicun was able to get that momentum going, I noticed like some cracks on Itudeku's defense. Lots of weird DPs that Sonicun pretty much capitalized and was able to kill Ruby quite easily. Yang, who took much punishment as well. So maybe they need to, even though they have the advantage, keep calm and just take the win.
Here, nice armor in through the 4P, but an excellently placed DP will be able to quell a lot of that offense here. I'm just kind of like throwing around everything.
Oh, that was very interesting. Lots of home dash. Oh, they were able to get in. Nice DP bait. And that's going to be lots and lots of damage. Oh, but they instantly dropped. Now it's a sandwich 50-50. They were able to get out there perfectly. And now it's going back to neutral.
Do not want to have to deal with it again. Just getting the DP, but the armor, as always, coming in clutch for E2 Deku. Getting that cross-up hit as well. Unfortunately, not being able to turn off that straight JB hit, but returning back to neutral here. Both of them just try to swing, and another cross-up going to be catching Sonicun.
Now they're all the way to the corner. This is a favorite spot for Itudeku. Oh, that's going to get both characters! And a pick up thanks to the 6P. And that's probably going to be a dead Ruby at this interaction, so it's going to be amazing right now for Sonicun.
To save the assist gauge as well, so there's going to be an immediately sandwich scenario and forcing out a resonance pop for E2 Deku, keeping it mostly same side and a stabilization here. E2 Deku can't be happy about this one. 2-2, the reverse sweep may happen here for Sonicun.
As I said before, never count Sonicun out. Like, probably Sonicun is very, very strong, but they're the strongest when they are losing. Lots of compacts have happened in the past. So yeah, they are pretty much locked in and ready to just go straight and keep the victory. Let's just see if this adaptation is going to keep going. And let's hope Itudeku can have the chance to calm down and maybe, you know, don't rush that much in neutral.
I mean, telling Itudeku not to rush is, I don't think that's gonna be possible.
Yeah, it's counterproductive, but someone can dream, right? But regardless, oh, that's a nice play, JB. No pickup though. That was so close for being something amazing.
Yeah, once again, nice block on that cross up there. Gonna be punching the Yang. However, after that EX cancel, we're getting in this corner positioning. This is definitely where Sonicun can definitely thrive here with his heart. We'll be popping the semblance, but that will be safe for them. But the 5Ps continuing to come out here. And that is plus Sonicun not respecting it here. Gonna be getting a pivotal hit here. This could lead into a very dangerous situation, but they're able to get out the heart.
Oh wow, JB punishing that work. That's huge for Itudeku. And now Sonicun is straight up again in the corner, 50-50. This time they block the low. Oh, nice projectile trying to, you know, chip their way out of the corner. Not looking that great. No, they got the spread ATP, and now that's a dead Yang. Oh, that's so important for Itudeku. Now, AS and Heart are really low on health. Oh, but I think it won't matter since Sonicun is taking all the advantage of the world and keeping Ruby in place.
Yeah, that's Resonance is not gonna be very effective here, actually going to be swiping at that heart quite a bit. She is in that one-touch situation now. This is very doable for E2 Deku here, but I don't know if they're going to get the chance. That's a 5-bar in deck. In the assist lockout currently, this is going to be really close, and I think that's going to be a swing and a kill here. Sodikude achieving that coveted 3-0 sweep over E2 Deku.
That's just huge. Like Itudeku had such an amazing advantage at the beginning, but Sonic like didn't flinch, even though they were like two games away. They were able to just get back up and finish the job. That's such an amazing resilience, and that's something very very hard to have, especially on a bracket. But regardless, both of these players worked amazingly. That was an amazing match, and can't wait to see them once again. This was like amazing content for Vita.
For sure. An exciting match, but nonetheless, we will be moving on to the loser side of the bracket, coming up with our top 8 locked in. Looking like Ray Ramone versus Midori coming up first. Never really gotten to see Mito play against Ray Ramone before. A Hilda Elizabeth player, if I'm not mistaken, currently the team they are locked in with. Going to be kind of interesting to see how Mito navigates through all of those projectiles, but considering the team comp they have available to them, I'm sure it is more than doable.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. But before this match, I want everybody to be reminded of Matcherino. Of course, Matcherino is a good way to, of course, support our dear players that are participating in tonight's bracket. So please go and type in chat. I think it's going to be Matcherino. And with that, you can donate any amount of money. It can be from $1 to $5. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's going to be like a huge 4-hour purse right here. And of course, there's like this amazing perk that you can put a little message, and you can put a new message for us commenters to read. And I think for now we have some contributions. I think we have one for Master Chip. The comment says, "Do not let Sakura Bokushin on the jukebox." This is something about Suzumu, so I have no idea about that. Maybe Yulong can give me some insight on that. And of Crow with the $2 is Bakushin. So yeah, thank you so much for your contribution here in the match arena. So thank you so much, as always, for helping our players out. That was cool. But yeah, moving up now to brackets. As we said, we are on losers, so it's going to be Mito against Raymond. As you said before, Lon, I have like not like knowledge of them fighting before on bracket, so it's going to be quite interesting to see.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Okay, nice. Keeping all the momentum going. Oh, 5P catching up. I know, looking real way for Ray. Okay, nice. Trying to get an overhead. 50 they lost it. 5P. Oh, but they were able to reach height and they were distracted, so 5P was able to reach. Overhead hit. That was not Happy Birthday. That was very lucky for them. They have enough resources to kill, I think. So yeah, but Lake is really close to kill. So yeah, they were forced to switch. 6P hitting. And with that, they go all the way to the corner. Okay, nice throw. They got the confirm the 2-1 for anything it was. So now it's going to be all advantage for Raymond, and that's going to be quite interesting. Command grab, they were able to jump it.
Yeah, good jump over the command grab. Good block on the overhead too. And yeah, starting to get some momentum, but I'm wondering if it's a little bit too little too late, because it's a lot of health to chew through for me to. Alright.
Yeah, sadly for them, it's going to be one height less, and now it's Solo Blake, level 3 resonance, and right now it's all the advantage in the world.
An unfortunate, like, drops on both sides there, but Mito coming out of it with a safe resonance activation to gets the TRM call out. This should be a dead Liz, or very close to it at least.
was a true combo. Let's just hope for it to be a little at least. It's Blake after all. Oh, just barely. That was huge for me right there.
I'm pretty sure that was only because Liv was 16k.
Well, regardless, at least Vito is able to get some advantage in. Oh, that was almost something going on. And with that, I think that's going to be a dead Blake after the super cancel. And with that, Ramonea takes the first game.
It was looking pretty dire for Mito, especially like once the hide went down, but they were able to bring it back to a reasonable degree. Unfortunately, just couldn't keep that momentum going and got clipped, and that sealed it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Also, thank you so much for backing me up right now, Master Chief. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Once again, my trusty co-commentator as always. But yeah, couldn't agree more. I think Mido like got the download, but I think they are going to be able to play it like more effectively next match. I think they really understand how Aramane wants to play and how they deal with the neutral. So I think that's going to be very beneficial for Mido now that they understood it.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Oh, okay.
I'm start with the 5A. Oh yeah, that was. That was going to be a devious kind of situation at the end, but yeah, still bursts in and gets the. Ooh, I was going to say gets the hit on the assist, but unfortunately not a trade you want to go for there.
Okay, nice. They were able to get it to pick up the 4 ATP. Now they're all the way to the corner. Interesting, losing JC at the beginning. Oh yeah, that was a bit too risky, and now Mido takes advantage of that, and now they're like reversed.
Ooh, that was really good actually. Calling out what Elizabeth players I feel like do a lot is just like, you know, do the persona move that whiffs, just like do it again, kind of an established space. Mido familiar with that, got the hit, but now taking some hits of their own.
Okay, nice burst, knowing that they were going to not get punished by that. Oh, they tried to bait a throw on with that. It failed, and now it's all back again to Raymond. So need to be quite careful, giving all the neutral for themselves, getting all the projectiles and all the D-shines going on. So it's going to be interesting for Mido. That's going to be a hit and almost kill the killing.
Unfortunately, not a quick enough move. Okay, just wondering if the burst was going to win in that situation, but yeah, unfortunately that super was not quick enough, or did not last long enough, I should say, for Mido to call in the DHC. But kills the Hilda. Ray on guess for game situation now.
Oh wow. With that, Mido was able to take the second game 1-1. I can see like Mido is more comfortable with this neutral. Pretty much Hilda Elizabeth is an amazing team like to have. You have of course Hilda deal neutral like perfectly with all the disjoints and all the breakdowns that she can have, and of course you have Supernova with one of the best characters with the assist kit of all game, and you have a team that covers everything neutral, like random bullshit go, and everything is covered. So yeah, I'm glad that Mido is able to, you know, get the recognition.
Yeah, exactly, and like it looked like, and the thing is, like once Mido's team is in Ray's face, it's kind of really difficult to sort of get them away, like just like in general, but also with the two characters that Ray is playing, because as we saw at the end there, Ray tried to DP out of the situation with Elizabeth, but the DP didn't proc. Like it activated, but it still like didn't do anything. So if they're able to like kind of keep the pressure on, you know, things can take a turn for the worse for Ray, but so far Ray is completely controlling things here.
Okay, trying to maintain some distance. 5 BB. Oh, nice to Ray call up. They were able to hit it up. Now they were able to switch back to kill them. They were worse, but at least Elizabeth is out of the situation. Now at some point. Now they're in a sandwich. Very grim to see, but they were able to survive it. Amazing.
Good block on the overhead. Oh, made the JP whiff. That's big, actually.
Okay, nice pickup at 5B. No, they got thrown up to the whiff. And I think that's probably going to be a dead character if they're able to stabilize it.
Just barely getting the super to activate right before burst did. And yeah, no, that's 2.5k. She's gone.
Oh, damn. not looking that great for Mido, but regardless, 5 bars. Hyde is known for the cheap damage, especially in Resonance. And right now, it's not looking that bad for Mido.
Ooh, tried to go for a throw bait there, but yeah, no dice. Good defense, though, on that situation.
Oh wow, 6B was able to catch him up. Now, oh, they were able to block overhead once again. The defense is unpenetrable. Oh, but sad for them. JC is a move that exists. And with that,
Resonance! You had resonance!
oh,
I
right,
understand.
Resonance!
Yeah, I was like,
I forgot.
I understand you kind of want to have like a potentially safe resonance call, but I don't know. Like, I feel like you could have benefited a lot if you activated it. Like, maybe not neutral, but maybe after like one of the situations you were starting to put them in.
Oh, what a shame.
I'm
I'm
back.
ashamed that I wasn't able to recognize the Resonance well, but welcome back, Lon.
Yeah. What is it right now? 2-1 Raymond Monet's favor? Okay.
Yes, as precisely. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here, buddy.
Yes. But then back in the yapping box here, gonna be starting off with blocking that EX low, bringing the Elizabeth 2, and a nice jump over, but expecting that 4P to hit. Unfortunately, Mito going to be, dropping that confirm here, but Elizabeth not getting a lot out of it.
6P activated, 50-50. Oh no, I think they just stopped blocking. Oh, that's such a shame. Now it's all Hilda. They were trying to beat the board supporter. Nothing happened in the end. 5 trying to reach it. Oh, nice. Hitting both characters, and he was a counter hit, so both characters were able to get hit.
Definitely looking pretty favorable here for Mito. Gets the sandwich situation off the Toki. And yeah, and a safe burst bait as well. Unfortunately, it is Blake's starter, so probably not going to lead into a kill, but a neck touch situation might do it here. It's going to be, just the overhead check, leaving the solo Hilda with not a lot of life to play with.
Okay. Oh no, they got low this time, and that's going to be a lot of damage, but at least they will have no resources, but they're still on resonance, so they need to be quite careful.
Just trying to make their way forward bit by bit and able to get the hit on the Hilda as well. 5 bars on deck. I think that should be a kill. That did an OTG, but it doesn't matter. The reset into the grab going to be allowing a kill here and going to be sealed to set 2-2.
Yeah, it's been a quite close one. Blake is able to, usually Hilda is well known for being great on the distance, but Blake is great at closing that gap. So that's great news for Mido. They have been adapting quite perfectly. After Disasters Game 1, they were able to recognize what Hilda Elizabeth can do. And now I feel that she's more comfortable in the neutral overall.
I haven't gotten really to see the full dynamic of this set here, but definitely going to be kind of a interesting mix between trying to like outzone each other and like rush down. Like you can see there's the different in play style between the Blake and the Hyde. So have to see how it applies here. Yeah, just going to be trying to push forward, make sure that Hilda doesn't get the space. Unfortunately, gets crossed up here. Thankfully, no CC available, but will be spending quite a bit of bar in order to maximize the damage on both characters. And, Mito just playing it right, just going straight back in, does not want to let the Hilda get any of her zoning shenanigans.
Oh, they got a gun hit, and now some more damage, avoiding the burst building. It's going to put Hilda in a very tough situation. Right now, yeah, they were forced to burst, but sadly for them, it was ready, and now there's burst punish. Luckily for them, it's just Blake, so it's not that much damage, but still detrimental to their.
Oh my! If they confirmed off that, I would have been impressed.
Oh, Persona D joins, my beloved. That was so weird to see. Nice 2B punching. They were trying to bait a throw. They didn't react with 2B, and now Blake is dead. Now it's Soul Hive, level 4 resonance and 3 bars and a dream. Let's see what happens.
the resonance here and a nice DP just avoiding that hit. Unfortunately, the Pogo will be getting DP'd out of the scenario. Yeah, just throws out the X-Orber, but puts himself in a pretty bad situation. Does not block the overhead. Is this going to be it for Midori here? Elizabeth combo lasts for quite a while. I think that's going to be a super. Into the coffin he goes, and into the depths you go. Mito going to be losing the set 3-2.
Oh, that was such a close set, though. Yeah, I think that last interaction, after that, beat and the follow-up, putting themselves in, sad situation, that was so detrimental, especially against a team that strong, like Hilda and Elspeth together. You have the 5P taking like years of block stun, and of course you have Hilda with the 50-50s. Yeah, it was such a shame they put themselves in that situation. But regardless, it was a great set, a great way to cap off this set.
Yes, and we're gonna move on to the other side of the bracket. Unfortunately, Rowza once again had to DQ, so E2 Duka versus Kraken Atkins will be up next. Kraken Atkins log it in with the Shirogane My Comp. Not a team we really know them for, but a team that they have been practicing for quite a while now. They seem to have liked it, and they trying to get into the groove of the scenario. And actually, they're going to have some character unfamiliarity at play, especially with an awkward character like Mai. And like Shirogane is also pretty difficult to play, but they've been doing some very impressive stuff with the team. But they're going up against E2 Deku, definitely one of the people to look out for in this tournament. So we'll see how Atkins deals with E2 Deku with this team comp.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I have played Kraken Atkins with this team firsthand. Compare their team like 1 week ago to now, it's been like a huge improvement, and I say huge. So I can see possibly that they can, of course, like perhaps win this one, but let's say it's against Itudeku. Itudeku, it's going to be a tough challenge, especially since this team. It's of course very weird to see, and might not be the best to deal with Yang, or even Ruby actually. So right now both characters like counterpick each other, so it's going to be quite frenetic to understand. But maybe Kraken is able to push it. So it depends really of what's going to happen. So I'm very excited to see.
Yes, and I don't know how much Shirogane, might have a good amount of Shirogane experience thanks to fighting Mystery Racer in the past before, but I don't know how much like my experience E2 Deku has. She's a bit of a weird character to play and fight. She has those invincible flips that make her chasing in the air a little more difficult. She has that really good spear toss too. So it really depends on how willing they are to kind of place the internet connection, I guess, with this 3D
Oh
black screen.
yeah, the Kraken Atkins scores. Oh no.
Yeah. They really do be like that.
Well, maybe it's going to sometimes, even though it's a black screen, sometimes you recover from it. Oh, but I don't know. it's a 50-50. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it's not. So maybe this time we're not that lucky.
I don't think it's looking so hot right now.
Yeah, glass queen, doobie black. Nice music though.
I can't hear it.
All right. Well, I can tell you it's a. But yeah, oh, what a shame. I think the plan is going to make me redo the room, perhaps. But yeah, I don't know.
I'll leave the room. I think it's a me issue because Atkins and I usually have this, so I'll leave the room.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe we can try that. Yeah.
Wouldn't be a WNF bracket without some type of issue.
Well, it could have been way worse. At least we make it like this far and not at the very beginning.
You know, we are a little over halfway done with the tournament.
Yeah, let's just maybe right now after maybe Master Chief leaves the room, maybe it's going to be able to connect. But yeah, let's go for the best. Okay, Crockett Atkins just joined. Let's just wait for it to Deku here. But yeah, it's weird to see this pair of Nagaki. I have some experience against Mai, but just Yumi Mai. Yumi Mai is an amazing comp. Of course, it's Yumi, so you have like one of the best assist kits. And also you have like 6 PDP, and it's something that you can actually do with Shirogane as well, with her assist. So that's something that you need to keep in mind.
Yeah, like I think the one big thing that sets her apart in today's game is that she probably has the best DP assist. DP, I don't know how redundant that sounds, but like her DP is the best at setting up DP assist stuff, and as long as you have like kind of a pretty active forward advancing projectile like Yumi and in this case Shirogane, it makes it so that your neutral presence is severely diminished compared to kind of a lot of teams, because DPs being one of the few Aaron Buckle things in this game means that you have to watch out for it, and you can set it up in a way where you still maintain the invisibility with it too, so it's really hard to kind of knock them out of it. A lot of the counterplay has to deal with actually when Mai decides to land, and you know, maybe part of the counterplay is just like not being able to play the game at all.
That's genius. I mean, they cannot kill you if the game it doesn't allow you to. That's a great strategy. Maybe I should do that more.
Yeah, you know, like that's a tournament viable strategy. Just like make it so that you can't connect to each other and force them to play the wheel.
Oh, I love my BBTAG. So yeah, I think they're going to do like the lobby tech. You need to go to the lobby, connect to each other, and then come back. Maybe that's going to fix it. That's something that has worked in the past. But yeah, let's hope for the best.
I hope so.
If not, maybe creating again the room. But yeah, I don't know. It's fixing this kind of issue. It's always been like a mystery. Because we say that we know how to do it, but we are not sure if it's going to work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, shout out to PCTAG for this.
Thank you for the gotcha. Fair enough.
Yeah, true. You just spit facts. Absolutely. It's just 50-50s all the time.
Yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying this. WNF tonight has been very excited. We are in our top 5 determining games here. Yeah, you know, like I think overall, very nice to see Kraken Atkins and Ray Ramone here in this top 8. I don't see Atkins play a lot in tournaments, but I'm really happy to see him here. And Ray Ramone, I also don't think I've seen in a WNF top 8 in a while. So we have a lot of our normal killers here, you know, Sonny-kun, Yosuro, Bomachunga, Itu Deku, but nice to see some new people get here in this position.
Yeah, actually, it's always nice to keep it fresh. Even though we love our regulars here at WNF, it's always like unexpected to see some new people getting like this spotlight. Overall, it's always going to be like great games. Of course, here at WNF, we proud ourselves of delivering the best PvP experience. So yeah, I'm just very like content with this bracket. 20 people, a lot of great matches overall. So yeah, right now I'm very, very happy of what we're seeing.
For sure. Yeah,
Also, a bit unrelated, but when I was reading the Maturina codes, what exactly is Bakushin? You know, I know about this horsing So I need like the professional to explain me like the context of this.
I'm not a Uno
Alright.
player.
All I'm going to do is I'm going to link a song in the chat, and it should give you an idea of what's going on here.
Okay, thank you. Because yeah, the moment I started saying Bakushin, 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 I just see like chat exploding.
Get ready.
Yeah, that's the link right there in the chat.
Thank you. I'm going to do it later, but for now, let's just focus and see if we can actually see some BBTAG matches today. Oh god.
Alright, do we bust out the secret weapon?
What's that?
Hey.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been a
Alright.
while since these many live streams in a single tournament. Wow.
Alright.
All right, Akin said he's just gonna DQ.
Okay. Well, that's a shame, but you know the show must go on. So thank you, Atkins, for taking like this sacrifice, so we can move on to the bracket. Oh, such an
Wait.
important though.
Wait, Bubba Chugga also DQ?
Yes.
Alright!
2 DQs?
We top 3 DQs actually, and
Okay. We recovered the time at cost of 2 players, but well, what can I say? On schedule.
Alright, yeah,
Oh.
you know. That's unfortunate, but you know what? Online tournaments are just kind of like that. So we got our top 4 decided. Will be Soda-kun versus Yosuro in the winner side of the bracket, and Ray Ramoni versus Itudeku on the loser side of the bracket. So yeah, that's I was talking about. I was like really excited, you know, to see people get into. We just had a top 8, and unfortunately 3 of them had a DQ.
Well, those comments taste like milk, sadly. We hyping like, oh yeah, in, in the top 8, and both of them DQ. Yeah, maybe the world wasn't ready for Atkins Mai. Yeah, it took powerful for WNF. Yeah, maybe next time. Let's hope that BBTAG gods are able to, you know, show some gameplay. But for now, at least everything hopefully gets resolved.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see.
Convenient time. Big shout outs to Imperius Club with a rate of 92 people. Bringing the
92?
yeah, that's a lot of people. Very big shout outs to them. Thank you for coming over. You know, like thankfully you guys missed the freaking black screen curse that we had to deal with. So perfect timing. You know, Connor, Dave coming up with the raid. Thank you. That's yeah. I don't know what strings you had to pull, but we got a nice sizable amount of people here. Well, welcome. Hope you guys enjoy some BBTAG. I'm assuming this is Grand Blue people.
Oh, good. Well, now we can all, you know, enjoy both Grand Blue players and BBTAG players can enjoy some games.
Yeah, you know, there is a what is it? What is it called when like 2 groups of the same people like do the same why am I blanking out on that word?
Let's see. You're asking somebody that doesn't speak English that much. Let me think about it.
Yeah, overlap. Yeah, overlap.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, there we go. There is an overlap between Grand Blue players and BBTAG players, so you know.
Yeah, we have blue in the name of our game, so we're basically brothers.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
We don't have Grand though in this game.
We do have Ragnar though. Okay, let's see. I think we're having Sonicun and Yusuru right now, right?
Yeah, Soda versus
Correct.
Yosuro.
Oh, okay, nice, thank you. So yeah, let's just wait for Zuru and see these both talented players like start the brackets. I'm just like very excited as always, to see Sonicun gameplay, and of course now Yuzuru. Let's see how exactly Sonicun is going to face against like this tough matchup. Adachi isn't that much of a threat to Hard per se. She can, he can actually like avoid the home dash cancel, but just for a bit. It's nothing. It's just avoiding the inevitable until she's able to just gap and get in. But now that you have the factor of Narukami can pretty much chip hard of the air. With JA, even JB has like this huge range and it's so much active. So that's going to be a bit of struggle. And of course, when they hit the hit, it's going to be 50-50 with the PCO setups. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. Let's see if Sonicun is able to just deal with this perfect synergy between these two.
For sure. And important to note, Sonicun was on a 7 tournament win streak in the previous weeks, but I believe last week they actually fell to Yosuro, and yeah, that was quite the statement to make. Let's see if they're able to make it back here with this run back.
Oh, thank God. I'm just so relieved I was able to see text instead of a black screen. Oh, I'm very, very happy about this.
Oh,
yeah,
it was Crow. Never mind. My bad. I saw it as a Dachi player.
There are a lot of Adachi players, though.
Yeah, I just got mixed up. That's actually my bad. Like,
maybe it was me in disguise. I'm not a
it could have been Sykes.
yeah, it was me actually. Don't believe these sources. But yeah, regardless, Sonicun is able to keep Zero out of the corner, but nice TP. Now his VCO setup. The gets right there, Harmful Punch able to just armor through that, and now go back to Sonicun.
Yeah, so getting in the corner here. Probably trying to bait out a DP there. Gonna be kind of quelling the offense just a little bit. Yeah, doesn't want to just throw out any random Zeos to get punished here, and unfortunately getting hit by the counter hit cross up there. I'm surprised that 5 feet hit, and that will be hitting it. That is not the right place to burst out. Unfortunately, Yosuro making a lot of wrong calls here, and I think this should be a kill with the super. Had a DHC, but doesn't matter. Get rid of any part of the team is going to be significantly less dangerous. Especially if you kill both.
Oh, that was quite fast. That interaction was quite fast. But yeah, nice decisive game from Sonicun right there. Oh, that burst on the corner right there. As you might not believe it, but yeah, the heart has lots of damage input when you have like the a great starter. So yeah, it was from there. It was all the way up for Sonicun. So let's see if Zoro is able to adapt. I think they like played a bit too aggressively, considering Adachi excels at playing much like passively. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Oh no!
And
Oh no! We got one game though.
just
Oh,
one.
this really sucks. Yeah. Well, it could have been worse though. We would have had 0.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but yeah.
See, like you guys put 2 PC type players in the same room. It was bound to be cursed.
Yeah. Maybe we can remake the room, perhaps? Have a different host?
Let me
Uh,
host the room.
okay.
Yeah, maybe that's going to fix the issue. It's a big maybe though. Fixing these kind of issues, it's hard.
Yeah, like I mean, making me host the room is always a gamble because like I'm cursed.
Okay, let's see. Now that we have changed codes, we can have something. We're so sorry, folks, about this. This usually doesn't happen that often. But let's hope for the best.
I don't know if it doesn't happen that often. That definitely happens often where I'm playing.
Well, I mean, it happens often, but not like 5 times in a row,
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Oh, nice. We actually got the game. I was just looking to the side. Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good hit here. Sony-kun getting a nice chunk of damage here on the Adachi. Gets the double overhead too. Gotta be careful about how you burst out and try to do a hard base hit and a DP. That he's gone.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Now it's solo Narukami. Just level 1 resonance, not looking that great considering that Cardanes are pretty much like full health. And yeah, it's so hard right now for Narukami to get the game plan going.
Yeah, just sets up the EX Zeo here, plus frames, but a throw tech going to be allowing Sony-kun to get out of the situation, but still in the corner, a nice push block once again just to avoid everything. I am so surprised they grabbed there. That was insane, but in the beginning, the counter hit grab of their own. This is looking all Sony-kun.
Okay, 50-50. Oh, they were able to block it. They push block it. Yeah, right now it doesn't look that great for Ishirum. They still have Resonance on deck, but sadly they are not going to be able to use it since they were able to, you know, air dash IP, catch him just rope guard, and Sony could take in the second game.
Yeah, just Swift to the win, wanted to get back into it after the whole hiccup there, making up for lost time, but Sony-kun, once again, looking back to kind of take that title of winner once more, at least getting to the grand final side of things.
As always, Yuzuru can, of course, take some games. After all, it's Adachi Narukami, and Yuzuru is a very talented player. But Sony-kun is a player that it's so hard to get the advantage on. There are a lot of things that can happen. Right now, it's so much great for Sony-kun. Nice foray, recognizing this situation that wasn't safe at all. And now, even though it's not going to be greatest damage, but it's going to be great for Oki.
Yeah, but unfortunately just ran straight into the heart button right there. And yeah, Adachi once again in that really uncomfortably low situation, gonna be raw tagging in the Narukami, try to punish it with the Zeodime, but just getting punished with their own scooper here. Nice air back homing, unfortunately not going to be getting quite anything. Frame traps will be allowing for a happy birthday, but out to use it as a cross-up situation here. Did not get the enhancement of the super, so this won't kill, but this is some great stride here for Yosuro.
Oh, nice. They were recognizing nice 2A. Finish up hard. But as always, even though Sony-kun might not have the heart, he has the S. So it's going to be still be very difficult right now, trying to keep some damage. Nice dagger pressure, keeping up. Nice foray, trying to catch a smashing. And now Resonance of their own. Now it's a 1v1. Both of them level 3 Resonance and have pretty much like mid resources.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting that confirmed there with the EX projectiles. Not a huge chunk of damage, but any damage, I'm sure they will be happy with. DP's right of the scenario. SDP actually working, going to be popping both, or ending both residences in a nice 2D into the cross slash, going to be turning the tides in Yosuro's favor. Nice block on the empty jump low as well. It hits the DP. This could be a fatal mistake here, but another 2B straight out of this situation. Will this cross slash kill? Not quite. One more touch for both sides. DP bait, and that will be a game for Yosuro.
Oh, what a shame. Sadly for Sony-kun, after that DP punish, they didn't have like any resource to work with. Usually, you know, S will spend a bit of mirror to, you know, keep the BNB going, but this time they were on 0. So they were forced to finish up the combo early, since it was not going to connect. And that was enough chance for, you know, Wizard to take advantage and straight up, like, with the game.
It's raspberry cream cheese.
Oh, how unfortunate. But alas, still, Sony-kun has the advantage, but never count out Yuzuru, especially, you know, with this team. So let's see what's going to happen right now. 5P, trying to, you know, get as fast as possible. Hi, JA, recognizing that wasn't safe for Sony-kun to do. And now it's going to be, once again, okay. Let's see if this time they capitalize.
You know, we're talking about earlier, the RNG, Narukami 5P, time screwed over Yosuro here, but not super deterred. Gets this hit here, gonna be popping the cross combo, keeping everything here. Quick kill on the Heart, yeah.
That was so genius. They were able to, active switch Hisui since, it was going to... It was towards Itachi and then Narukami. Oh, now it's going to be horrible right now for Sonic-kun. They have enough resources to make lots of damage, but even still, that was a nice way to put an advantage in the game.
Oh wow.
I've seen Sonic do some crazy stuff with the S here, but this is looking slowly and slowly less possible. Force to pop the resonance right now. But look at the situation, a nice sniping out the AZO, not going to be ready any cross-ups here, but gets hit by the raw vocal blade, and that should be a kill.
Yeah, that super single target, 10k. Oh, and this just pretty much tied. It didn't look like at the beginning of the sets, Sonic-kun had like this amazing advantage, and right now Yuzuru is able to just adapt and capitalize after it. So yeah, it really shows that both of these players are able to straight up adapt on the spot, even after like a horrible beginning.
Yeah, and Sonic currently kind of on the back foot, but this is now a tied up set. It's been kind of dominant games for both players. So, gonna have to see if they're able to kind of make out a. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes words are hard.
Well, there wasn't a payoff of that comment, but at least right now maybe these early on neutral for Yuzuru is going to pay off, and right now after that the punish of the 2B, it's able to restrain the advantage very early on. Nice JA recognizes that homie dash cancel is struggling with that a special kick, not being able to punish. Are they going to punish perfect? No, that was very too far, too hard to punish, and now everything goes back to hard.
The counter hit grab here as well. Does not really have a way to keep it all burst safe, but Yosro opts just not to burst at all. Does not hit the confirm. You gotta be really careful here.
Okay, nice JA joined. Oh, special kick hitting what JA was able to pick up. Nice to see to the ACO loops. And it's going to probably be, yes, a 2-1-4C OK setup.
Yeah, safe does not safely bring in the S, unfortunately, but will be allowing that heart to kind of heal up in the back on Gatsu Mandala. Going to be allowing for some more pressure. DP's out of the situation as well. Yosho getting hit by the JB. This is slightly in Sonic-kun's favor. Probably going to put them in a one-touch situation, and pumping the brakes does not want to get hit or risk it at all. That was an excellent homing cancel to avoid the AZO.
Oh, but for them, XCO is quite strong tool. Oh, but now they do laser of their own. They try to get in. JC 4P, they were ready for that. And now it's going to punish us directly, and it's going to be solo hard this time. A lot for resonance. Both of the characters are pretty much one touch situation, so they need to be a bit patient.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Yosuro really wants to throw out a Zeo here or there, but the cross up hit going to be allowing the to go down. One touch situation for both sides here, and gets the frame trap there with the EX punch. Sonic-kun gonna be taking this set 3-2 over Yosuro.
That was so close for both parties. It was, as I said before, it was a one-touch situation, but Sonic-kun was able to straight up outplay Narukami's and Dachi's neutral. Oh, that was so close from Sonic-kun. Overall, a very back and forward set. At first, at the beginning of the set, Sonic-kun was able to establish a great advantage, but after that, Yosuro didn't flinch and didn't care, and with a great neutral and great setups, were able to just get almost the win. But Sonic-kun, as always, the heart, always the career. So yeah, good stuff for both players.
For sure. Yosuro not out of it yet. Still has that chance to see what happens in the losers final side of things. But Ray Ramone versus Itudeku going to be deciding who gets that third place scenario situation, locking in that cash.
Oh boy, let's see. Pretty much, Raimone and Ituteku has like different like game plans. Ituteku is just run up, hit you hard, and kill you. Well, Raimone is just going to keep your distance, trying to chip in a bit of damage, trying to overall like outplay the neutral game. So let's see. These two playstyles when they clash is usually something explosive. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen now.
Well, Ruby, can't escape from crossing fate.
Okay, shield down, point interesting. Oh wow, just straight up firecrackers XP at the beginning of the match. And now almost a happy birthday. Well, it was able to stabilize it into another happy birthday, and now it's pretty much advantage of Raider One, and that's a lot of things happening.
Yeah, and what a crazy 13 seconds of the match here. Ray Ramone just doning out Itudeku, but he doesn't care. He just wants to play the game. Unfortunately, will be killing off the Yang just like that, so he'll be coming in swinging though.
Oh, nice DP after that throw. We just straight off 5C. Maybe that was trying to be a JC. I think that was a missile, but take those. Now, oh,
That's a 1v1.
just like that. Like just 15 seconds happened, and now one position, both of them characters are in level 2 resonance. Barely hitting, and now he'll then still deal with the set jump. It doesn't matter though.
And it's the throw bait as well. Oh, unfortunately, dropping the combo that had a chance to kill, I'm sure. But Hilda, thankfully, only in level 2 resonance, so the chip available isn't going to be as threatening as it normally could be. But this is still a dangerous situation for Itudeku in that red health zone. Despite Hilda's damage, this still could be one touch, and that is going to be the touch.
I'm just speechless that just 25 seconds out in the match, and we already saw a 1v1. And that beginning of the match must be one of the most chaotic I have ever seen. It was like back and forward, both of them like hit hard. Yeah, pretty much, as I said, it was just a clash of playstyles, and it really showed.
Yeah, actually just like immovable object versus unstoppable force there, and Itudeku, unfortunately, like, getting clipped a lot. There is, needless to say, a lot of space control going on with the Hilda Elizabeth team comp. So you gotta make sure that when you're choosing your places to go in, you gotta choose them right. And Itudeku did not quite do that. What was that?
Oh, another happy birthday! 6 speed, putting on the active switch. That was clean as hell. And now after the 5v we're back neutral. Right now, all the advantage of the work coming right to Raimone. They force punish, they confirm, and now it's all Raimone games now.
Yeah, and is that gonna just be a kill? Hilda DHC? No, Hilda DHC single target. So I think that's dead.
No
You didn't believe me. You didn't believe me.
Well, you know what? I was delusional. I was like, no, perhaps I'm going to finish it. But right now, I see I was a fool. I did not know nothing. And right now, Yang is not looking that hot. Facing against very healthy characters. But right now, after that JC, perhaps he's going to put the 1v1 once again.
God, like there's this like each player's taking turns to see which character dies. I swear to God. Yeah,
Oh,
Yang-
sad for them, no resonance.
There's a potential for a reset here. Oh yeah, Itudeku recognizing some of the fear, but gets the 2A and that's it. The
That
comeback.
was so cold. Yeah, it was a comeback. It was pretty much the first game, but with the ending of Itudeku winning. It was basically the same thing. A rough start, lots of happy birthdays, Ruby dying. Oh, and well, at the end they were able to get a comeback. Wow. I know I said that this was going to be like a constant back and forward, but I didn't expect it to be this fast and this chaotic.
Yeah, it's legit. Just like in theory, Rainbow Mode has pretty good space control over the E2 deck to do. And for the first part of the match, he executes it perfectly. But like the incoming setup, I guess, has just been so difficult for them to deal with, and it just snowballs straight from there. So it's like it's something I gotta look out for. E2 deck is dreadful.
Maybe they were trying to super, but they didn't have enough power yet. Oh, that was... Oh, that 6P was clutch! I bored! The Sebla's already in! Oh...
Yeah, hitting a confirm here. Yang is looking quite low. There's like going to be one touch here, but E2 deck is going to have a good chance to just swap her out just straight up. And yeah, gets the hit there. Tries to beat the burst. That is Yang almost died there. She was left out for quite a while, but good defense so far, but could not hit the command grab. And going to be allowing the Elizabeth to play out just for a little bit.
It wasn't that much. That
Bro.
Whoa! 360 clashing with... ruining both of them momentum. Oh, that was horrible for both players, but right now, it's seeming a bit of life.
Yeah. Oh, that was an excellently placed grab, avoiding the 6P completely. Elizabeth will be popping Awakening right here, right now, but gets the anti-air command throw. She is not going to be getting any shenanigans right there, but the 2C tech into the drop combo. Unfortunate that for Ray Ramoni, that could have been huge.
Okay, super into a safe little resonance. Oh, nice super, not able to kill though, they have enough resources to do so. Once again, Sweet Balls trying to chip in some damage, trying to gain. They blocked the overhead, that was nice, and that's another character in. They don't mess up.
This is some spaghetti on the floor type of freaking drops here at Itudeku. Able to seal out the deal with the JC. Putting in 2-1 in his favor, but God, these are close. These are hella close.
Oh man. There's a lot going on, and I don't know if I can recognize everything that is going to happen on the screen. But I think we're doing a great job, actually.
They're swinging. They're hitting. Sometimes they're missing. We're playing the whole ass like gauntlet of just shenanigans here.
Yeah, I was expecting a chess game, but I was met with a Connect 4 match.
Bro, so Ray Ramoni out here trying to play chess here, and like, and E2 deck was playing Battleship, bro. Like,
yeah, there's no better analogy than that.
it's like
No!
E2 deck is like, yeah, you know what? D2, that's where you're going right now. What is going on? I'm so confused.
It's fine. They do be hitting each other, and now Raymond is getting them advantage once again. 7k, keeping a 7 point. JC trying to... That's quick flash? Yes.
Hey, you knew that was gonna happen. You've been through that experience.
Yeah.
The exact same situation.
Exactly. This happens a lot with 5B of Yumi and 5A of Elizabeth. It's always good to clash with Battle Boards. You need to be ready with that.
Oh my god, wait, look at the super, is that connecting? Elizabeth still the back, oh my god, he fell in! Oh no, he dropped the combo!
You got it right there! No,
Yeah,
probably Ruby's going
oh
to
my
die!
god! Wait, she... Oh my god, yeah, Lynn's pulling out. Oh, Jesus, what is going on?
I have no idea. After that, Super and DHC, probably Itudeku could have got the game, but that was an unfortunate gamble. Oh, damn.
One bust out super. One bust out super is all they need to like just kill everybody, but like keeping them well down here. It's like this is like a true block. Just go for the low, go for the overhead. They're trying to quell the beast. Oh my god!
You have the 5E to both. Oh no!
Oh, because of this damage scenario, blocks the cross up here. Liz hits the Bufadine. Are they able to confirm off that? I don't know. Runs into the laser.
Oh man, no. Oh, that was so freaking... Oh, that was so chaotic. The fact that pretty much Telugu had the game after that interaction of the double super. Um, I didn't know how Raymond was able to take it back. Unable to adapt to that. I'm just speechless. I don't know what to say to you.
I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't expecting this to be the most chaotic game of the night, considering like it's Hilda Elizabeth versus Yang Ruby. I was expecting, you know, like an interesting kind of like back and forth tempo. Like, you know, Ray Ramone's gonna like just try to zone him out. Like, and you know, he is zoning out. It's just like every time they decide to zone, something happens. They spin a wheel and they decide who wins.
You know, the BBTAG players are always gamblers, and it really shows.
Gang gambled on that 5B. Could not punish the burst, but will be able to punish the DP. Oh, going into Awakening 2?
They drop it, they drop the ball. Oh, right now it's very close for players. Ruby in the danger zone, but Elizabeth also, but they are fixing themselves. What?
I did that hit behind and the overhead. Yang is like an 18KL character, so he easily survives this. But we'll be popping the semblance straight after, so gotta be very careful. Yeah, just jumping away does not want to have to deal with her at all, but you know, ET Deck is like, come back here, bitch. Like, get over here. Pops out with the super! Oh my god! The 6
Oh, BC also into death. Oh, that's such important. Now it's Solar Ruby against the world. No, they tried to super, but they got the throw instead. And now it's going to be absolutely horrendous. 6P, keeping all the distance of the all, and now it's not going to kill, but it's going to be a 50-50. Okay. Yeah.
That was the most normal interaction I saw all set. Straight up.
I'm just glad it's over.
Well, E2 Deku, kind of surprisingly considering how chaotic that game was not able to take it. Usually that's in their element, but just all that space control, all that space being made from Ray Ramone, I was just too much for him to handle and was not able to get the dub there, unfortunately. But Ray Ramone will be moving on into the next side of the bracket to fight Yosuro. That was insane. Good stuff to Ray for being able to quell the beast. Normally when stuff gets crazy like that, people don't know what to do.
I will know what to do. In that situation, pretty much I will let my controller down and go outside and think exactly, what am I doing playing this game? But Ray didn't care. They just adapt and were able to, you know, get a bit of sense in this very chaotic game. That was such an amazing display of, you know, not give it a shot. I'm going to do my thing and I'm going to win.
Sometimes, like, that's just what you gotta do. You gotta be like, your game plan, weird. My game plan, no wrinkles. No thought equals... no sad.
Oh man. Luckily for him, that mentality was able to push them again in the bracket. But yeah, shout out to Deku. That was an amazing display. As always, a regular here at WNF. Such such a nice game. Probably one of the most highlights of this tournament. But yeah, moving up, it's Yosuro versus Raymond. So you want more heroes of the gameplay? You got it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see if it's a normal game this time.
All right, you know, they did load in normally. We'll see. I've never actually seen this matchup before, but Yosuro is a killer.
You're really getting quite a bargain.
That's for sure. But we'll never know. Maybe it's because both of these teams pretty much can like keep the pace, like of neutral. It's pretty much who gets like the knockdown first. Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Ray Ramone there, but unfortunately dropping the combo. Time for a relatively no. I was gonna say relatively free BZO setup there, but not quite. That should be a air confirmed here with the DP.
6P, they were able to block and they confirm it out with... Luckily for them, they were able to escape the happy birthday. Now it's solo Dachi taking all the damage. 6k, that's not that bad. Oh, nice 4P! Hit a throw. That was almost safe. It's not going to be a dead character, but it's going to hurt a lot.
Actually, that is dead. That is dead. Wait, no. Oh, I was looking at the wrong bar. They didn't have enough.
Well, that was close though. That was scary close.
Yeah, putting Liz in a bit of a comfortable situation, but we'll be popping Awakening, which means that all of her assists are going to be a lot better, which could prove to be pivotal here.
Or B into Shiokar, no confirm they were expecting a burst or something. Nice. Pre-stock after the Borba Blade, 5P pickup, and that's not going to be the character, but at least it's going to keep them in the corner and keep the neutral game going.
Yeah, swaps in the Elizabeth here. Gotta be a little bit careful about what Yosuro decides to call out. And they tried to JC 6P there, got caught only incoming. Ray Ramone taking the first game.
That was so smart. That 6P interaction is probably one of the most of gap checks I have seen. The fact it's because JC plus 6P is usually not punishable that well, but they understood what was going on, and they were able to punish both Adachi in 6P and then the JC. That was just brutal. Raymond showing the knowledge of the game. That's amazing. Oh, well, let's see if user is able to adapt this time. For now, it's looking quite nice with that JB at the beginning of the match. Probably going to be or an Oki, yes, or a BC center.
Riser active swap. Just keeping it all pressure here against Ray Ramone. Yeah, didn't bait out the counter DP, so it's just gonna be getting hit. Oh, that actually was a punish. That might be dead.
No, it's not.
Oh. Why is Hilda's burst the best uni burst?
I have no idea, but that was such unfortunate. The fact that they hit Narukami, so they were still in duty frame, so it wasn't a punish per se after that super. But it doesn't matter right now. I think Yusuro still has a chance to do it, but right now Hilda takes a the advantage.
Oh, what is going on? No. Ray Ramone is cursed. I've never seen a lot of these interactions before, but you know what? I respect it. Get some health back. Bubu died Ender and into the throw reset. That should be a dead character. It just depends on who they want dead. It looks like the Narukami.
Oh, that was such a big brain idea. Oh, and the JA was able to reach it from behind, and now that's going to be a dead character.
Yeah, throw him in the coffin. 2-0 for Ray Ramone. Yosuro making some strides at this setup, but as soon as they lose that momentum, it just goes all downhill.
Yeah, usually, Adachi, it's an amazing character to, space control the neutral, but then you are facing against Hilda, a character that doesn't care about ACO and BCO that much, and can pretty much stay the momentum of the match all the time. It's few of the characters that can, punish BCO and ACO consistently. And I think that's a big factor of why Yusuro is struggling.
Yeah, it's so low there. Can't keep this all burst safe, and yeah, just gonna be using that opportunity here. Unfortunately, whiffing the throw punish. Oh my god, that was some excellent placement there with the Liz buttons, able to break both things there. Hits the overhead too. Ray Ramone's on fire right now.
Oh, I'm just speechless. Oh, Basio dying. Almost hitting Hilda, but at the end they were able to get a nice happy birthday. And they were able to avoid the DP completely. Not going to be able to kill though. Yeah, that's a shame. 2B hitting Adachi. Right now looking quite well for Yusuro. But they were able to react completely with 4P, punishing the 6P, and now nothing happened after that interaction. That's an amazing recognition of the situation.
Yeah. Ooh, whips out the Magaru dime, but unfortunately not working out there. That's going to be a swift kill towards the Elizabeth. Still left with the solo. Hilda, though, put into the sandwich. You got to guess for your life here. This situation might be coming out in a good cross-up, going to be allowing Ghostro to potentially seal out the deal. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, showing some life here at Yusurum. As always, never count down this amazing player with this great team. But yeah, I'm surprised how knowledgeable Ramon is with all these interactions. They were able to, keep the match going, even though, for example, 6P is like a really strong tool when it comes to Dachi. They know the timing exactly to break it. They know when and where to maybe jump to avoid everything trying to go around with the Yuzoro's game plan. That's something I need to recognize, because dealing with Adachi, and especially this team, is so hard.
For sure. And just trying to keep Yosuro locked down. Does not want any chance of a Zio to come out, which is exactly what's going to be happening here. Hits the surfboard, but a good punish on it will be allowing Yosuro to finally get back some momentum here. Nice look on the anti-jump low, though. Doesn't have a lot of meter to push block out of the scenario, and just keeping the defense patient, and a good bash, too.
Wow, I'm just speechless. That was pretty well done. Oh no, they were extending the combo. Oh no, not able to punish the JC after all. Oh, they were able to, break the persona and keep the combo going. It's still, a hit. Okay, we go back to neutral, trying to hit Adachi perhaps. And they were able to do it with JA. That was amazing display.
I've been really loving how Ray Ramone has been using that JA to air stall, like just avoiding so many of Yoshiro's projectiles with it. It's been excellently placed. And hits the counter hit overhead. Yeah, that is going to be a confirmed. Has the 4 bars on deck. That is a dead Adachi. Left with Solar Narukami. Has such a huge life to climb. And only level 2 resonance to do it. This is going to be a tough comeback for Yoshiro to have to make.
Okay, Exio chipping all the damage they can. Oh, and they got an opening. Oh, sadly for them, they were able to establish. And now, oh, Elizabeth is in an awakening. Let's see if she can use it. Nice DP. Maybe switch to keep her safe. Yeah, but they were ready for it, and they take forward to punish that option.
Yeah, and Yoshiro is making some pivotal good calls here, but gets put into that sandwich scenario. Has a lot of life to potentially play with and try to mash out, but the 4P covering everything here. Ray Ramone going to be getting, I'm sure, a nice chunk of healing. Yeah, going to be putting Elizabeth in a 2-touch situation. Tries to go for a reset, gets hit. Are they able to confirm into a kill? Not quite!
6P it. They were with the DP, but they avoid the 6P at the beginning. Oh, nice, Jay! Baiting the DP. Now it's 1v1, 1-touch scenario, both of them. Oh. Nice DP! I'm not going to confirm! They will forward position. I have resonance. They're blossom free.
They've been getting so many chances, and the DPs just coming out from Yosuro. He does not care. He simply does not care.
We do not care. Oh, there were like 4 DPs in a row, and they didn't care. Oh, wow, this is amazing. Oh man, I think Ramone didn't know exactly what to do after all those, because both of them were really close to dying. So it's natural to get a bit nervous, because you don't know what's going on. You want to kill that character, but also unsure of how to approach it. So that's why Joshua was able to just do 3 DPs in a row and get away with it. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, just
surprised.
tensions were so high, and Ray Ramone just felt the bloodlust, but just did not have the presence of mind to beat the DP. Run up Bagasu Mandala will be allowing for that air unblockable DP setup here. Nice defense so far. Gonna be DPing out of the scenario too, and getting the confirm there with the 6P, but does not keep it all burst safe.
Okay, they tried to switch me there. Oh, nice JA! Happening the JB. Now it's all true storm now. 2A into once again cross slash into a jump.
Been all burst safe there. This is the most comfortable I think Yosuro has been in a while. I'm surprised that's how that works. Okay, yeah, just air unblockable DP hits the cross up too. This is probably not a dead Elizabeth, actually. I thought there was a little more damage potentially available here, but he gave Ray Ramoni an inch. He may be able to take a mild run up DP, however, going to be able to seal the deal. Go full confirm on that counter hit 2B. Gets the throw bait, but a drop combo going to be giving him another chance at life.
Okay, they failed the 50-50. They capitalized without it, but they have no longer any mirror, no resources at all. They still have resonance, so maybe they can build something up. But need to be quite careful right now. That she can take the advantage any second now, right now. But yeah, right now not looking for Ray.
Yeah, nice JA check there coming out from them. Not a huge amount of damage, but anything right now will be pivotal. I that is.
That's punishable. Oh yeah, that was punishable. They fumbled the back. They have 3 bars now. That character, regardless. Yeah. Somebody cross slash into that character. Oh, that's such unfortunate. They didn't believe that they were going to burst. Maybe they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, Neostro able to make the comeback happen. Reverse sweep in order to get their way back to grand finals, but a for sure hard-fought set between Ray Ramone and them. Going to be bowed out in third place, but a very impressive showing overall.
I'm just speechless. Ramone probably have like the best performance in WNF of this history, and I'm very proud of what they were able to achieve. They're pretty much like quote-unquote new to the scene, and they are able to get like these decisive games against like very strong opponents. This speaks volumes about their talent and of course their knowledge of the game. I'm just like, you know, like nothing but surprised and of course very proud.
For sure.
Oh man. But yeah, let's see if next match is not going to be that chaotic. Ramone really give like this chaotic touch to every match that they were participating in. Now that they're gone, I'm going to miss that.
Yeah, that was an absolute chaos, but we won't be actually I can't call if we won't be having chaos here because Sonokun versus Yosro coming up next. For sure not like a super chaotic set, but a very close one between the two last time. It was like almost down to the wire for sure. And yeah, you know, I know like Yoshi's team overall has an okay time against Heart, but just the presence of mind that you have to have when it comes to playing against that team compared to like a lot of other traditional teams, is definitely going to test Yoshiro's ability to kind of adapt here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Let's see if they're able to this time win. But yeah, Yusuru is in the situation right now because they are coming from loser's bracket. They need to win 2 sets in a row, one for the bracket reason and the other will take the win. While Sonicun just need to win 1 set and they're set for winning the entire tournament. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm very excited.
Alright, they are ready to play, and just quickly before we get into the last match, we do have the Match Arena available in case you guys would like to donate. Make sure you go to their Match Arena link that I will quickly put in chat if you want to make a direct contribution. We have, you know, we don't have a lot of money in tonight's broadcast pot, but thank you to Master Chief and Crow for making it $12 right now. But we're getting on to our grand finals. That is an option if you guys are so inclined to, but let's get to it.
Okay, trying to get a JA there, trying to punish Sneakon's approach. Nothing up at the end. They are now in the corner. Sneakon's favorite place. Oh, nice DP recognized the situation and punishing the punch. Another return to neutral.
Just playing relatively patiently on both sides, recognizing, just needs to find that one opportunity to get in. So this is actually allowing Sonikun an opportunity to start their offense. Yeah, they both use their short range buttons right there. The 6B actually getting sniped out by S.
Okay, 6P trying to get something in. Nice way to avoid it with the. Oh, wow! Using the arm to avoid completely CEO, and now they're putting all the eggs in one basket and probably killing out of this interaction.
Yeah, I think so. Sony-kun does have that single target DHC available, and that is a swift kill on the U here to be into the cross-up, though. Going to be a good start for the Adachi. Yeah, not going to be able to burst out of the situation, but does set up the BZO. No resonance pop just yet, but will be hitting the overhead check with the 5 seed.
Wow, 4P was able to just get in between Magatsunagi and Adachi and hitting at the end. Now this huge for Sonic-kun. Picking up a sandwich right here. It's going to be 50-50 city. They guess wrong, and now Sonic-kun takes the game.
Yeah, that was a lot going on in that first one, but nonetheless, Sony-kun starting off strong. Definitely always want to start on the right foot when it comes to the grand final side of things.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, right now Sonic-kun is, eyes on the prize. But still, as always, never count Yuzuru out. It's been like twice already that Yuzuru had like a rough start, but then they are able to just lock in and get back in without any issues.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!
Oh, wow. Yeah, just starting off here with the sandwich scenario. Nice block on that, but just DP's out of situation, but the heart DP has very little landing lag, kind of similar to Narukami, so just whip the punish.
Okay, especially they expect perhaps a burst that was they didn't follow it up. Once again, that 4P able to just gap between the Persona and Adachi, and that's going to give a huge advantage overall to Sonic-kun right here. So, I mean, because of maybe going for an overhead, they were able to block perfectly, and now it returns back to neutral.
Good air contest, but not the right time to go into the BZO setup. And yeah, spent the assist gauge, so no burst available here. Yosro going in swinging, and this might be another killer for Sonic-kun.
It has 2 bars, but cross combo gouge, maybe, yeah. Just barely, wow. Oh, that was so clutch. The way that they were able to recognize laser to avoid complete BCO and actually hitting both and then confirming to kill Narukami, that was just a huge rain from Sonic right there.
Yeah, good recognition on some of Yotsuro's fake setups as well. They're going straight into the next one. And yeah, Yotsuro just needs to bring it back 3-0. Like, get that reverse sweep, or else they're gonna fall to Yotsuro here. Or, we're gonna be in infinite synchronizing hell.
Maybe it was too much to handle. The game wasn't ready for this kind of gameplay. Okay, maybe it takes a bit of time, but this is not like the dark screen of death. This might take like maybe 1 minute, 30 seconds.
They played 2 games. Okay, I was gonna say, it doesn't make sense, man.
BBTAG is a bit picky when it comes to what games it want to see and what not. But right now, nice throw into corner carry. Right now, looking amazing for Sonic-kun.
Yosuro just trying to mash out of the situation and burst out just at the right time. The Adachi is really low though, so they gotta be careful about how they throw out their assists here, and Sonic-kun just being very aggressive, and the power of love being the power of the lightning god there, as they will be winning that exchange. Sonic-kun going with a double overhead, not quite able to confirm off it. Yosuro trying to be aggressive, make something happen, but they are at such a disadvantage right now. They're gonna have to do something crazy.
25P, 4P, trying to maintain so much pressure overall. They switch back to Adachi. Oh, but that was a weird call. ACO was getting broken, and now that's a dead Adachi right there. So Narukami, level 2, resonance 2 bars. Oh, but they got thrown, and that's going to be it. Cross raid into tournament set. Congratulations, Sonic-kun, taking the game and the tournament.
Perhaps getting the freaking BBTAG Grand Finals WNF win world record here, as that was a very dominant set there for Sonic-kun. Those are just like There had some inklings of fighting back, but like Sonika was like, nah, this is my tournament to win, rekindling that potential for the tournament win streak here as they had a very impressive run in this tournament. Gonna be getting first place in a very emphatic fashion.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Usually, it's usually back and forth between these two, but Sonicun, I think it was too focused. Like, there wasn't, like, any time that Sonicun had, like, any sort of gap. It was perfect. And it was so fast, so optimal. They were able to take the win just like that. Congratulations to Sonicun, but of course to everybody that played in tonight's bracket. That was an amazing show.
For sure, for sure. Shout outs to our players that got to show up tonight and get to see a lot of this stuff. Always excited to watch some BB Tag action. But, I got some important people in the call that I gotta shout out as well. Thank you to my co-commentator, Sykes, for holding it down with me on the commentary side of things. It's always a pleasure, and it's always great to commentate with you. Big shout outs to our TO Master Chief for holding it down on the bracket running side of things, making sure that everything runs smoothly. And a big shout out to our streamer Red E30 for allowing everyone at home to watch the sick BB Tag actions from the comfort of pretty much anywhere in the world. It wouldn't be the WNF crew without them. And once again, big shout out to the entire scene for supporting what WNF has to offer. That's all I gotta say. Lonely signing off.
Of course, thank you so much, Lon Lily, for being my co-commentator as always. I always look up to you. I have been learning a lot thanks to you. So having the honor to commentate WNF and of course with you, that's such an amazing experience. And yeah, I want to, of course, give a big shout out to our wonderful TO bracket runner, Mastership. Amazing job as always. And of course, E30 to maintaining the stream up and running. So shout out to both of you. And of course, the players, the viewers watching at home. I'm just very, very happy that we're able to see and enjoy some great BBTAG role. So yeah, it's Sykes, and I am very thankful with you all. Thank you.
Of course, and shout outs to both you, Sykes, and you, Lon, for holding it down on the mic for commentary. Always grateful to have you guys step up, give your insight, analysis, make sense of the chaos, which there was apparently a lot of tonight, more so than usual, that is in BB Tag. But of course, thank you again for stepping up tonight. Shout outs to the players putting in their best efforts tonight, giving us some wonderful matches, and as well as helping us hit 20 players tonight for the bracket. Just also want to point out, I always got to point it out because it is a big deal. We beat participation I'm losing my words. We had more participants here than Soul Calibur had tonight, which is always a milestone in my book. So, yeah, a big thank you to everybody who joined tonight. Shout out to all the people tuning in, joining us on this Wednesday night / Thursday morning as well, depending on time zones, of course, and contributing to Matcherino, showing your support through viewership, through that, and being here with us week in, week out. Of course, shout outs to the man behind the scenes, the one who makes sure everything runs smoothly in terms of production and streaming. Red E30 would not be the same kind of production without him, and always grateful to have him be the streamer week in and week out for BB Tag WNF. Drop him a follow, give him a sub if you are so generously inclined, but be sure to support this man as well. Would not be the same production as stated before without him behind the scenes. And last but certainly not least, a big thank you to Level Up Productions for having Wednesday Night Fights Online Edition. Be a way for us to have the locals experience at home when in-person locals for WNF are not available. Until that time comes, though, keep it going, keep it rocking, keep the flag flying, and keep fates crossing here for WNF BB Tag. It's been Master Chief, TO bracket runner and host for tonight's BB Tag bracket. Always a pleasure doing this for you all, and looking forward to next time on the PC platform. But until then, I'll be signing off. E30, as per usual. I leave final closing statements to you, my friend.
All right. Thanks again for tuning in, whether you're a participant, viewer, or a little bit of both. Always appreciated you all spending your Wednesday night with us. Thank you to Sykes and Law Lily for commentating tonight. A wonderful pairing that's just growing ever stronger. Get them go much more throughout the weeks to come. So much appreciated to you both. Thank you to Master Chief as well for making sure this bracket runs as smoothly as possible. And efficiently as well. And I always say, We'll find a finer teal on the West Coast. The BB taxi, as far as I'm concerned. Thanks. But I think that's going to be it for us, folks. Next week will be on PC, so hope to see you all there. As per usual, all good things just come to an end. This is WNF Online Edition. Until next week, but for now, stay safe, stay beautiful, drink your water, tell your friends and family you love them, but most importantly, shout outs to Bird Gang.
Shout outs to Bird Gang.
Yeah, Burger Gang.
Good night, y'all. Peace.